Miss Action Ashley with me today in the booth.
Hello.
Say hi, Ashley.
Hi, everybody.
All right, this is Friday. It is February 25th. You probably all know that right now, but this is our day 1H of our $250,000 free roll. We had 214 entries. We've got 74 remaining. We have a feature table we are going to bring to you right now. It's full of characters, pros. We've got a great feature table coming to you guys. Wanted to let everybody know we are having a 6 p.m. flight. Since our Wednesday flight got canceled, we're coming right back. We postponed from 6 to 7
p.m.
Yeah, our whole room is full of cash and tournament, and to accommodate enough players, we had to push it back an hour. But 7 p.m., you'll have the last chance to get into day 2. If you make day 2, you automatically min cash. Keep that in mind. That'll be 7 p.m. Come play. We've got a free stack waiting for you if you haven't played already. 214 entries. Again, I got Action Ashley with me. We are waiting. We're going to count the stacks down right here, and we're going to go live. Ashley, you've seen the lineup a little bit. I know we have Miss Law. I think we've got TJ Cloutier, John Bennett. We had Justin Kruger, Choctaw, with us. He busted a few hands before the live stream. I don't know if he got nervous getting on the big stage or what happened to him. He got stage fright, but we've got a great lineup here. Ought to be one of the best streams so far.
This should be a very, very juicy table. I definitely see a lot of hands happening, a lot of action. They're pretty evenly stacked, too. You've got 2 bigger stacks, but for the most part, it's going to be some good play.
Yeah, tell me about Miss Law. I know she's played here a few times. I know she's a very heavy tournament player, and I heard she's on a run here as of late.
She has been. She's made a couple of very, very deep runs, some final tables over at TCH. I know she played some deep ones at Choctaw, too. She's just a very, very solid player all around, definitely aggressive, and takes advantage of the spots that she needs to.
So not afraid to get the chips in the middle?
Not at all.
All right. And what about John Bennett?
John is very good, definitely very seasoned.
That's John right there you're looking at in the Nike hoodie.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. They've got a baby on the way, so very exciting for John and his amazing fiancée Savannah, but John's doing really good here today, so hopefully he can keep making a good run at it.
Awesome. Then there you see TJ sitting down there in the camera. TJ Cloutier, obviously a poker Hall of Famer.
Absolute legend in the house, for sure. TJ can definitely give everybody here a run for their money with knowledge, for sure.
He's been doing it long enough. I see Zach. Zach is in the 6th seat there. He, an amateur player. He used to work here, actually. I'm not sure where he's employed now, but Zach's a great guy. Glad to have him on the stream. And we'll see as we get into hand number 1 here. We're going to be a little bit of coaching the players on what to do, what not to do. No phones at the table. Immediately going to pick up 2 queens out of the cutoff here for Miss Donna. All right. Oh, pardon me here. Okay. Excuse us while we're getting used to the stream back here. We have Mr. Benny all the way from the cold state of Minnesota running Action Tracker.
She's just going to about 2.5 exit here, so.
What are our blinds right now, Ashley? Let's get settled in here. We're at 6, 12, and 12?
Yes.
Okay. She did a 3X raise, and it folded around. I saw somebody had King Jack there, but didn't really kind of miss that first hand. So I don't even see Law. I think Miss Law is in the 1 seat there, and she's not even at the table yet. So we're going to go to hand 2. Okay, there's the button. Button's over there in seat 7. John Bennett in the small blind, and I am not sure who the hoodie guy is yet. Do you know who the seat 9 is? There's Miss Law. She is back in time for hand number 2. She's going to be under the gun here. Well, whoever the hoodie guy is, he just woke up with pocket jacks. That's Mr. Beak.
Yes, I do. Oh, you got that for me? Thank you very much.
That'll be interesting. John's got a king, queen of diamonds in the small blind. Not much else going on here. TJ, Jack 4, not going to be good enough.
I definitely see John calling here at least to see a flop, pending what.
I would expect a raise, don't you, if it folds to him in the small? I assume he's going to raise into the big blind here with the king, queen of diamonds. Yeah, grabbing and raising chips here. The blinds are 6, 12, and 12. Lucky Fossman here in the box announces raises 3,000. So we're going to have some action here on hand number 2.
Yeah, just 2.5. That's right.
What's the action?
With his stack size here, I think he's going to call still, especially being heads up.
Yeah, we're going to go to a
lot of
flop.
equity.
Oh, ace 10 6. Not a lot of help for John. He's got a gutter ball, but Mr. Beek's got 2 of those outs. The ace puts the brakes on for him. Ace actually gives John a chance to win the hand, but I think he's given up here.
Yeah, you can't check here twice heads up and not think that he's going to take a stab at it. So you either have it or you just need to let it go.
Yep. Terrible flop for both their hands. Mr. Beak going to win hand number 2 here. Pick up some chips.
We're being told they can barely hear us.
Okay, let's crank it up.
Let's turn it up a bit. Hopefully that's better for you guys. Let us know.
All right. And I'm going to text Mr. Eric because I'm not hearing them in my headset here either. He might be watching. Eric, you watching? All right. We lost our expert here, so this is our first attempt at doing it ourselves, so bear with us. Our under-the-gun player here, Ed Batinga, he's in the 2 seat. Very familiar with Ed. He visits Poker House Dallas a lot. He has a king jack of hearts. I'm expecting at least a call, if not to put a little raise in here, and he's going to raise it up, sticking with what I think everybody else has been doing. This is 3,000. No, sorry, 4,000.
Say I'd like to see a shove. Very good, Zach.
Yeah, Zach only has, what, less than 10 big blinds?
Yeah, he's got a push here. And I don't know if King Jack is going to call here. Oh, he calls. Let's see a flop.
All right, got 26,000 in the pot here. All right, get some hands tabled. Got a flip.
If it's me here, even flipping, I think King Jack suited here. I'm just going to fold. You can pick better spots, especially for, a fourth of your stack.
Oh, and then there's a king on the turn. Gonna need an 8 only on the river.
And that's not going to do it. Zach is eliminated. Thank you for coming out and playing with us. Hopefully we see you in the 7 p.m. flight.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah, going back to the call. I mean, it was a quarter of a stack. So King Jack, if you're up against Ace King, Ace Jack, you're in big trouble. Luckily for him,
Queen. I mean, fortunately, both of his cards were live. I just don't see taking the risk there. I feel like you can pick much better spots.
Yeah, luckily for him, when the hands were tabled, it was best case scenario as he was a flip, but he could have been a major underdog for a quarter of your stack. So can definitely see the fold there. But unfortunately for Zach, he called. He's out of the tournament. And seat number 2 here picks up some chips. So TJ must be talking about the light here. We know it's bright, TJ.
I'll go lend TJ my glasses. He'll look like a poker
All right,
god.
I'm gonna mute my mic, Amber. Ashley, if you will keep them here on the stream entertained for a second, I've got to call Mr. Eric. I think he has something to tell me.
Of course. Let's get here in the chat and see if anyone has questions, anything of players. Oh man, Ed's gonna wake up with queens here, and Bennett's got ace queen. Definitely probably gonna see some fireworks here, at least pre-flop.
Ace raises to 2,500. 9 folds. One fold. In case you didn't know.
Okay, am I talking about on Streamlabs?
I'm sorry, we're waiting for some graphics to show up here for chips and betting. I'm not sure what's going on. And John's ripped it all in. I'm not really sure what Ed's action here is, but I imagine he's calling. Yep. Now we've got a flip. John's drawn to 3 outs, obviously, for the flop. It's going to be 7-8-7. He's definitely looking good. Still good. And looks like Queens is going to hold. Very nice. Nice try, John. And Ed is going to knock out John here. Move up. Queens hold. Should be bringing us another player here shortly. Ed's definitely got a stack to start trying to bully the table here. See how many hands. I mean, he's definitely getting smacked with some cards for sure, but I definitely see that he's going to try to take advantage of the table being short-handed and with his stack. TJ waking up with King Queen suited here in the big blind. Let's see what action we've got that comes around. I definitely see Ed at least calling here, and then hopefully TJ probably putting in a raise.
Did action fold around? I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Yeah, sorry, the back C1 are way over.
Thank you.
C1 raises to 26.
100.
All right, Ashley, I am back. I just got off the phone with Eric. Unfortunately, I didn't start the stream correctly, so we won't be able to hear them. But we are commentating so much and so well that we don't really need a whole lot of table audio. It's a pretty quiet table anyway.
We're more
and
entertaining,
did
right?
we lose John?
We did.
Uh-oh.
John got it all in with ace queen off, and Ed woke up with pocket queens. Board runs out clean.
Okay. How many big blinds did he rip it in there with ace queen?
Yeah, I want to say he had 22 to 26K roughly.
Okay.
I think there was a raise, re-raise, and then I believe John just ripped it and Ed called.
Okay, so we're down to 6 players, so expect new players to be coming in here.
Yes.
We got to make sure that we're moving players in. We have a room full of tournament players, a room full of cash players. If you haven't been out, guys, we're at 25. We're off
Regal Row.
Regal Row and 35. I was going to say 25. I'm tongue twisted. I apologize. We're off Regal Row and 35. All right, the cutoff here with the 3-4 of hearts. Facing a $1,200 bet. It's going to call. Obviously, the big blind is 1,200. This is a new player. Am I missing something here?
Nope. Law. Let's see here. Law raises it up. She just about 2X's. A little bit more. And Donna's just going to flat there. It would be interesting to see some fireworks with some.
All right, gutter ball options here and a king.
I think there's nothing out here really that scares Law too much. I think she's going to continue here.
Miss Donna decides to lead the turn.
Very surprising. Out of position.
Also known as a donk bet.
Mm-hmm. And Law's going to make a move here. Decide to raise it up. There's not much that she's thinking that she could be really scared here. I mean, 2 overs to the board.
Impressive.
She's definitely going to put a lot of pressure being out of position. Knowing that if it's going to cost this much to call on the turn, she's basically putting you to the test to know that she's going to fire really big on the river, and it's going to put you to a difficult decision.
Yeah, and there's no way Donna can continue here. Unless she just, in her gut, feels like this is a move, she can come over the top, but there's no way. I mean, this is such a great play by Law.
She can't flat here. She's just going to have to fold or try to make a move, yeah. Great move by Law there.
TJ's got some chips there. The blacks are worth 100. They're still in play. The purples are 500. The yellows are 1,000, and the pinks are 5,000. So he's got quite a stack. He is our chip leader. 77 big blinds, over 92,000. showed John on there, but he is gone.
Sadly, sorry, John. Hopefully Savannah can take it down.
Is she still in?
She is.
Awesome.
Savannah's still out there. So she's holding it down for them. Not sure if John's going to get in the 7 p.m. or not. But we do still have one more flight, guys. Don't think that this is your only opportunity. If you busted, for sure, come take another stab at it and get your portion of 250 grand.
All right, guys, hit us up. We don't have anybody in the chat section over here on Twitch. Not a lot going on any other places. Let us know. We sounding okay? We're getting a new player here. How do Ashley and I sound? Is the volume okay? Any feedback is appreciated. Who is that?
Ralph, hi, John. Sadly, John is no longer with us, but I assure you he will definitely check it.
That's from Mr. Ralph Robertson.
Yeah.
And Ankish is asking if day 2 starts tomorrow at noon. That is right. We do plan on finishing day 2 tomorrow if we can. If we can run day 2 all the way through tomorrow, we will. If not, we have day 3 allotted for Sunday. So if it starts getting too late, we will get you guys out of here and bring you back Sunday. But should only be 120 players or so, so it's possible we can get it all done tomorrow. Starts at noon. All right, so Soda Can the Great from Twitch is saying that we sound good. So
Vicente's
my mom
joined
there
us
saying
too.
that we sound good. So I guess we sound all right.
Vicente's got a nice 102K stack already. That's definitely going to be able to put some pressure here on this table for sure.
Oh, wow. So she's going to... Oh, Vicente.
TJ
Okay.
on the button here with pocket 5s. See if he tries to just flat here or tries to make a move. I think it'd be a good opportunity just to flat here, see a flop, and he can easily get away if needed. See if Law's going to try to make a move on him. He is. Yep. Nice job, Law. Definitely aggressive action player for sure. Likes to take advantage of weakness. Don't check too many times.
She's coming up the board here. 50 big blinds. All right, and Vicente's going to be in the small blind, it looks like. He just joined the table, and he out-chips everybody. So he is our new chip leader, our new player, and the chip leader at this table. Is our alert box too loud?
That's what they're saying. Got Law here with another premium hand. Definitely like Donna having 10-9. Really something you can call with for sure. On the button. Try to take advantage, see a good flop. And TJ has the mystery hand here. Ace-4 suited. Definitely good in the cutoff. Nice raise there. Put some pressure on some weaker hands. Get everybody a fold. Nice job, TJ.
All right, well, it is not letting me turn it down right now, but I will figure that out. In the meantime, keep ringing the bell. We like the subscribers. I guess it's just going to wake everybody up. And Eric said that everything looks and sounds great. They can hear the table. We just can't hear it in our headphones back here because I messed something up when I started it. But they can hear it at home, so apparently everything's good. 3 diamond flop, and I guess we can...
Mystery hands, we can take a stab at what they have. I definitely see if TJ is leading out here, he's probably got a strong hand. I would at least say with at least 1 diamond. Law's going to call, so I wouldn't doubt that she has one as well. Maybe a pair to go with.
All right,
There we go,
somebody just
4
completed, I'm
diamonds.
sure.
Yes.
TJ does have position on Law. He did check it back. He showed weakness. Do you think she goes for it here? I think no matter what her hand is, because he checked the turn, she's going to bet here.
I definitely think she is. I definitely see TJ calling too if he let out on the flop.
He could have checked the king of diamonds.
He definitely could have.
Nope,
Nope,
not with
he's
that
gotta
body
get rid of it.
language. Yeah.
see what their mystery hands were. We'll
All
never
right,
know.
so we don't know.
Well, Law takes down another one.
It doesn't matter. That is the power of aggression. It does not matter what her cards were right there. Unfortunately for TJ, he obviously didn't have any kind of diamond, or if it was a very, very small one. I think he probably looks her up with almost any decent diamond there.
I agree.
And knowing how she's been, these players have been playing together, especially those two, for a while out there on the main floor. So he knows she's aggressive. He's just waiting for a spot. When you're playing against a super, super aggressive player, sometimes you just wait for a spot. Wait until you know you have them beat, and then try to get max value.
And keep in mind, guys, we are on a delay. So a lot of these players, too, they don't have the information. They're going back on breaks or anything like that, and they're watching some of it to see what adjustments need to be made.
All right, this is hand number 9. We're still at 6, 12, and 12. Not a lot working for anybody so far in this hand.
I think we see something from TJ here in the hijack. Nope, he's just going to fold. I think it's going to fold around to the big.
Yeah, this is where the button, he has a big stack. I would have expected just any 2 cards to raise into the blinds there, try to scoop them up, but
And it folds around.
9 deuce definitely can warrant a fold there. Don't blame him. And we got a walk. Was that a complete walk?
Complete walk.
All right, well, as everybody knows, I guess we need Bugsy in here to deal some pain.
Gotta love Bugsy, the exterminator.
He's also known as the closer, or I think that's a self-acclaimed, but he deals pain. So let's see. Not every hand is aces and kings. All right, I got the alert box hidden. We have to figure out how we turn it down. And is this TJC? That is, Carl. This is TJ Cloutier. Poker
Hall of Famer.
extraordinaire. The man, the legend. Yes, TJ Cloutier right here at Poker House, Dallas. And he's got a decent stack to make day 2.
Yes,
I hope he does. He's a good guy. He's a good player, and hope he does well.
And we will be bagging up 32 people. 15% move on to day 2 from each field. We've got a shove here.
Yeah, very just weird call from Vicente here. He's in the cutoff, and he just limps with 3-4. I don't know what your plan is there other than try to be super sneaky and stack somebody, but... Oh, this is where he came back and he explained to us that he messed up Action Tracker. So,
Okay, I was going to say.
yeah, we're
that
not
could
sure what
not have
happened
been
there, but
correct graphics.
no, but Mr. Benny otherwise usually does a fantastic job for us.
Yes.
Everybody's still learning here, so we're gonna have a few hiccups along the way. Bear with us. Okay, TJ's actually in second. He's at 81.6, so he's in a great spot right here. Austin, new player at the table, 11 big blinds. Penny Friedman, what did she say, 13 big blinds? So a few players here that are going to be looking for spots to get it in.
I definitely would say he's happy with the first hand chipping up about 4K from what he came with.
All right.
TJ folds. Donna, I expect her to fold.
All right, here's Vicente, who just limped in with a 3-4. What's he going to do with the King 10? If 3-4 is good enough to call, I'm expect a raise here.
King 10 off, I think it's just a horrible spot. You're in middle position. There's just nothing good with it. Anytime you flop a king, your kicker is just never that good. You're not suited, and you've got way too much action behind you.
Luckily for him, he does have a chip stack that he can rely on a little bit here, but definitely in trouble if Miss Law. Yeah, he's a new player. They don't know what to expect for him either, so they're kind of giving him credit right now. He's got a big stack. He's a new player. He hasn't flipped any hands over, so.
I would be shocked, though, to not see Ed at least call to see a flop here.
Yeah, there's 6,500. It cost him 25 more. A lot of the kings and tens gone. Ace high flop.
This
I'm going to
is gonna
expect a
be
check from Ed, and Vicente can take the hand right here if he just bets it.
I think the ace might scare him, though. We'll see how he does. That's 3K. I definitely don't see Ed calling. Vicente takes it down with aggression.
All right, TJ putting in the blinds here and the big blind ante. We're at 6 and 1200. There is a big blind ante, hits you once a round. So it actually costs you 3,000 a round right now. 600 small blind, 1,200 twice. All right, we got somebody rooting for Donna. Cara William, let's go Donna. All right, Miss Donna, let's go.
And Donna folds and gets out of the way. Mr. Beak waking up here with a hand. I think really the only action that he's going to get from anybody could possibly be Eddie in the small blind to defend a little bit, especially if the raise isn't very big.
It's almost a
Only in for
3x.
600. I don't know if Eddie calls here. I think I would just pick a better spot for sure. And being out of position, just fold. And Beak's going to take it down.
Well,
And Vicente.
getting sticky.
Yeah, he is.
King high flop would be devastating for him here. Let's not hope for that. If you're rooting for Vicente, you do not want a king.
He's just got backdoor draw. Oh, and he pinks the 6.
Mr. Beak's going to be kicking himself for not betting that flop after he sees this. Just let himself get 3 outed here, and he's even going to give more chips away by calling with just the ace-king. Jack can save him, or an ace. Oh, okay, he folded. All right, I thought he was putting chips in the middle. Okay, so we have Austin's a new player, and is that it? Yeah, Austin joined us a couple hands ago, 11 big blinds. I believe that's him in the 6th seat. Is that Austin in the 6th seat?
Yes.
Okay.
Vicente's definitely been taking the aggression here at the table with his stack for sure, putting the pressure on everybody until they trade to learn a little bit about him.
Yeah, then you'll see, Law won't be as reluctant to call with the king queen of the big blind. When he keeps betting hand after hand, they're going to know what he's up to pretty quick.
She'll start defending a lot wider.
Another big hand here.
Mr. Beak, ace king again.
All right, so Miss Friedman got her daughter on here, Courtney Friedman, saying, "Come on, Mom, let's LFG."
I definitely know Courtney. I have played tournaments with her. Super sweet.
I'm not real familiar with the acronyms, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out LFG. All right, hijack with the ace king is going to raise it up to 2.6 here. So is that 2.5x? Almost enticing a call. Doesn't want just the blinds.
7,600.
All right, he got 3-bet by the button, and I'm not sure what Eddie has.
Just flatting. Would love to know Eddie's hand here. Definitely not the flop you want to see for ace king. Knowing if somebody's 3-betting you, they probably have a pair.
It's either a pair or the same hand,
Mm-hmm.
but you're out of position, so unfortunately,
Gotta fold.
got to give it up. Or play back at him every once in a while. Like Law, we saw her do that.
She did it with the 7 deuce too. Poor TJ couldn't call down with 5s there.
All right, let's move the button around. Let's get on to the next hand. Vicente is going to be in the big blind here. I'll be interested to see just how loose he defends his big blind. This is hand number 14, just getting started, still at 6, 12, and 12. We lost a few of our recognizable players, Mr. John and Justin Choctaw. They are out of the tournament. We have Mr. TJ Cloutier still with us, and Mrs. Law. Vicente has a king jack of hearts in the big blind. I was just talking about him defending. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. TJ here with the 10 jack on the button. You think he's going to raise? It's folded around to him so far.
Jack 10's definitely a playable hand, one that I really like to play, especially in position. I definitely see TJ just taking a stab at this.
Decides to limp in here.
It'd be interesting to see if Vicente raises here, trying to take advantage, or if he's just going to flat.
It's a lot of chips. I don't think that's a flat. I think he's going to try to take advantage of the dead money and the weakness that he sensed.
And I think definitely if you give a call here, it's going to price TJ in. He's going to need to call and at least see a flop too.
Yeah, and Mr. Beak didn't even think about it with 10-9. He just snap called.
10-9 off. Very, very surprising.
With two other players left behind you.
Especially in middle position. I don't like the call, but maybe he knows better than I.
We shall see shortly. I think it's a fold there as well, but off to a flop.
8-8-6.
Well, he flops a gutter ball, but the king jack's still out in front here. Nobody has a pair.
Everybody's got something backdoor. What a turn card. Now I think it's pretty much if anybody is going to take a stab at it, you're going to take it down here. And Vicente, I think, is going to try. And I think his aggression's probably going to take this down.
Yeah, just so hard for either one of these players to do much here. But Mr. Beak's got a plan. I'm interested to see what it is.
I don't think he bet enough. Only betting 1.8K into a pot of 19.
Oh, is that all it was?
Yeah, and wow,
and he makes
what
it.
a river card for Mr. Beak here. Now, he can't feel too good knowing that a pair or anything like that hits a boat and beats him, but I think he just needs to either bet small here or just check and see. Go to showdown. Nice hand, Mr. Beak.
Yeah, the bet sizing. You got to call there. If you, I mean, he almost forces you to call with that hand. You got a gutter ball. Probably any 9 or any 10 wins for you, and it was what, a tenth of the pot, so like 10-1 on your money. Yeah, so a little slip up there from Vicente if he bets.
I think if he bets 3, 4K, I mean, I definitely think he at least takes that down. You don't get a gut shot to call you there.
We got Miss Rebecca Thompson on the live here, rooting for Miss Lala, saying, come on, Lala.
They are definitely best friends, play a lot together, just went on an awesome trip together. Both very well-known poker players in the community, do a lot for it. Good to have you guys. Rebecca, thanks for tuning in and cheering on your girl, Miss La.
Please register. All right, here's Mr. Eddie. It's been somewhat active. King, queen of diamonds. It is folded around, expecting a raise from the hijack.
I don't see anybody trained to defend any kind of move here from Eddie. Not really any hands to do anything with, but Vicente has proved us wrong and called many a hands. Oh, he folds and gets out of the way. Eddie's going to take it down.
Do you know Eddie outside of here at all?
I do not.
No? He plays
No.
here quite a bit. I'm not super familiar with him, but I know he does play a lot of cash. So
Surprised I haven't played on a cash table with him.
still got one seat open here. Maybe they'll bring us a new player once another table bust out there. We are down to 63 players. We had 214 entries. Did not ask the tournament director, but if I'm going to do the quick math, it looks like we're going to play down to 32.
Yep.
Possibly 33. It is a little.
32.
There's a decimal.
Yeah, it was. I think you rounded. It's like 31.8 when you do the math.
All right. I don't know if this is the same graphic, but Eddie has the exact same hand.
Back to back.
So I'm assuming this. Got to assume this is right.
Must be nice.
Let's
Be
see.
nice to see somebody hit a royal.
We had. He just folded though. Is this right?
What was the day? They had a royal on one of the streams one of the days.
Yeah.
It was
like the
one
first
card
or
that he had
second
in his
day.
hand,
Yep.
but he hit
Yep.
it.
Okay, so if that was right, there was no raise in front of him. There was one limper, and he decided to fold the same exact hand he just raised with.
That's surprising. I I don't see Eddie folding king queen suited there, but
He would have flopped 2 pair,
yes, he would have.
and that would be all the kings and queens. There are 2, well, 1 more, but
Be interesting to see what Vicente does here with top pair, backdoor club draw. I definitely see queen 10 continuing, having mid pair, and with backdoor hearts. 10-9's got a gut shot. He's probably just trying to take a stab at it. Be interesting to see maybe jack of hearts or something on the turn, jack of clubs. Definitely might have some fireworks.
okay, we're 3 ways to a turn here. Everybody hoping for a little something.
Mr. Beak likes the 10-9 offsuit. And that's probably going to slow some things down for everybody.
Yeah, this may check around here and get a free river card.
I agree. Yep. And
All
then
right.
9. I don't see Beak continuing. Yeah, just got to check. King deuce is going to take it down here.
Plenty of opportunity for anybody to win that hand, but Vicente's going to add to the chip lead, 105,000. TJ down to 74. Miss Law at 69.5. And Austin now down to 5 big blinds. So 5 big blinds, actually. What kind of hand are you looking to get it in with here?
Literally any ace. I mean, I'm pushing a lot of suited connectors here in position. You definitely don't want to do it from middle position, but if you're toward the end, if you've got a lot of players limping, I definitely think you try to take advantage of the spot and just kind of push, look for some equity. But any ace, any pair, any big suited cards, I think you're going to go with.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, depends on your position.
Yeah,
If you're in the big blind, there's a ton of limpers. You just get it in for the value, no matter what 2 cards you have.
I like Donna waking up here with some pocket 4s and the hijack. She's at least got some position on some other people to potentially make a move. Having weak pairs in middle positions definitely hard. A lot of people don't like to raise them too much because if they get raised, they get put to a very difficult position. So I like her just calling here or raising, either or.
4,200 she put in.
She did. That's fine. She takes advantage of the position and takes it down.
The only thing I hate about just calling and just letting the blinds in on the cheap. It's so hard to play. You don't know what they have. They can flop 2 pair on you very easily. It's just tough. I'd rather just raise and isolate and have an idea, right? A range. If I've been watching that player, I kind of know what they may have called with, if it's a 3X or whatever. But just calling, I don't ever know what they have, and it's super difficult to play at that point.
The way that I look at it is tournaments are marathons, not sprints. And the more that you try to set mind-specific hands for on the cheap, the more you can get paid off whenever you actually hit. And you can get a lot of value from them instead of risking a whole lot of money in big blinds for every single pair that you get, especially not in good position.
Right. And they're so deep right now. So
exactly.
You have the chips you can limp in here and there and not lose a ton in relative to your chip stack. But another king, queen of diamonds here. Mr. Beak in the small blind now. But we have an all in. Austin has picked his spot. It's a great spot for him in the cutoff with an ace here.
I agree. I definitely see Eddie calling here. I mean, just for double, he's got 70K. I don't see him folding, taking a stab at it. Mr. Beak going to come along as well. It would be interesting. I mean, Eddie doesn't have a super strong hand. It's hard to always play mid aces, the ace 6 through ace 9. So many people get caught up with them, especially if they're suited. But I definitely think it would have been interesting to see him make a little squeeze there, potentially raise it up more. I think you could probably get Beak off of it and then isolate.
Yeah, Mr. Beak called so quick. You may.
We've got backdoor draws.
Austin, a little gutter ball here.
Eddie's still ahead. Oh, and he banks it.
Gonna get a triple up here for Mr. Austin. Gotta love the turn.
Absolute dream turn for him.
Yeah. And Eddie's in second place for a side pot. There is no side pot, so the wheel is going to triple Mr. Austin up. He's got almost 30K now, so he's got a little bit of breathing room. Kelly asked how many tables are left. Have you looked lately?
I believe it's 6 or 7. I think
Okay.
we're down to like 60 players or so. Now, granted, we're not 10-handed, but I would say that's a good average to let you know about 6 or 7 tables left.
Yeah, 61. We said we're playing down to 31?
32.
32. Okay, I'll get it right.
We got to
here.
narrow about half the field still. But we started out with a field of 214, so.
All right, Miss Rebecca said, great commentating, Smokey. Thank you, Rebecca. Do you see that?
Yeah.
No, she said, great commentating, Ashley. Good job, Ashley. All right, on to the next one. Look what Law has here in the small blind.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it's folding around. Not a whole lot working in early position. Vicente has an ace, though. That big stack.
But again, A7 offsuit, middle position. Just get rid of it. Wait for a better spot. Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to get anybody to pair off with anything other than Mr. Beak, potentially, just playing the button. If she flats here, she'll definitely put him in a horrible spot. I would like to see that to disguise her hand, but she's obviously going to probably put in a raise, get more chips in the pot.
Yeah, anytime, it's not great to ever just call with aces, but this could justify a call, you know, if you think he's weak here. Hope he flops top pair. But you're out of position, so it's tough.
I don't always say that with aces, but in circumstances like this, when you've got the button moving into you and making a move, I just always say aces there is really going to dominate everything that you have.
Okay,
now,
he
granted,
called with an ace.
I
deuce
know.
here.
That's shocking to me.
Oh, a little 5 for another wheelie.
He's been hitting these small outers. Let's hope Miss Law can fade. And a club, and Law's got that covered. I think this slows Beak down for sure.
Yeah, 5 of clubs may have been some fireworks, but
I'm going to take it down.
I'm a little surprised now. He called with ace deuce after getting 3-bet, but an ace could have been devastating. There was only one left in the deck. It didn't happen. There is your leaderboard. Blinds are at 8, 16, and 16. We feel like we've been stuck here forever, but the blinds are how long, Ashley?
You got 30-minute blind levels.
30 minutes for a free roll. Again, every player, every member of Poker House Dallas gets a free 5K starting stack. There are add-ons along the way. If you go bust, it's not free to re-enter, but there are re-entries available. But for a free entry, 30-minute levels, this is great structure, a lot of play in this thing. TJ hasn't played a hand in a while. He's going to have ace-queen in the big blind. Again, not a lot working here for him. Could fold. He could get a walk in the big blind with just ace-queen.
I definitely think he's probably going to get a walk here. I don't see Law defending on the button with 5-3 off. Yeah, and Eddie's just going to give it up.
All right, I'm a little worried. We are stuck on the 8 and 9 seat. So let's see what's going on here. And I'll just hit the switch. But hopefully we're not stuck there for 10 minutes. If we are, that's the view you're going to see. But this is where they came and got a new deck from us. I think we bent a card. These cards are a little thicker. They are the poker size cards. Most poker rooms use bridge size. Players just aren't quite used to them. They'll bend a corner here and there. So Mr. Benny had to get a new setup for us, and we'll be off to a new hand here momentarily.
Carl Bodeker asks, when is the next free roll start? Well, we've got a flight. It was originally scheduled at 6 p.m. It's been pushed to 7 p.m., so you still have time to get here. There's 3 hours of late registration. And, of course, at the end of the first break, you can pay $150 to get $15K for the mega add-on. I highly recommend doing that.
Yeah, and you can come in at the break. If you want to wait to the first break, it's 3 hours in. The blinds are 3-6 at that point, 3, 6, and 6. And you can sit down with $25K if you use your free stack, which is $5K, $100 add-on, which is another $5K, and the $150 add-on. So essentially you could come in at the break with $25K if you want to use that strategy. Speaking of Mr. Benny, he just came back here and got another setup. So they are not being easy on the cards.
Moving through them.
Yeah. That's all right. They grow on trees, no worries.
Money grows on trees too, right?
Yeah,
Heard that?
so trees make paper. Money is paper, I guess, so technically. All right, Law on the cutoff here with the Queen Jack. She's been awfully quiet for Miss Law as of late. We going to get a raise here?
I definitely think we get a raise here from Law. And I see TJ defending here in the small blind with ace-8 suited. And Eddie with another 10-9 offsuit. He just folds. But like I said, I do see TJ defending here. Oh, he 3-bets. What a move here on Law. I think this is just too strong out of the small blind, and Law's just going to get away from this. I don't think she pays him off here.
It looks like we are stuck on this positioning, so unfortunately we can't see TJ right now. Sorry about that, TJ. Cutting into your time here. Is she grabbing
And
razor
Law
chips?
calls.
Just a flat. Okay. She does have position. He was in the small blind.
And King 7-5, I think if TJ just takes a stab at it here, Law gets out of the way. If he checks, I see Law trying to make a move. Yep, and TJ stabs at it, and he's going to take this
Oh,
down.
that's a big bet, too.
Very. He's using his image. He hasn't played many hands. And the small blind, generally, you're a lot stronger from the hands that you play. So this just looks very, very strong to Law. And she's got nothing to continue here.
So not a big hand for TJ. Looks like he's going to win it. She's going to fold. But explain to the viewers, so they've been playing together for a while out there. He picks up on her aggression. She's in late position, so he knows that she could be raising with
Much wider
less
range.
much lighter, less than premium. So he decides there to 3-bet her with just an ace-8, which obviously is not a premium hand.
I like the move, though. I mean, it puts Law in a difficult spot. He has king-queen there, ace-king there, anything, any hearts that continue, big overcards, and she's got nothing but queen high. The king also has to put her in a difficult spot. She's not suited. She just can't make any moves there.
Yeah, I talked about this on a previous stream. I personally think, when you're in the blinds, you get an aggressive player like that. You've got to stand up for yourself at some point. You've got to play back at them, or they're continuing to do that all day. Here's Mrs. Penny with a spot to get her short stack in at the premium.
And Penny shoving all in. Courtney, I hope you're watching your mom. She just took down another one.
All right, she's up now to 15.5. She's gonna need another hand like that to get it in with. Try to double up here so she can make day 2.
Always nice to wake up with a big hand, though, being short stacked. We've got quite a few people watching with us here on Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. I know Courtney says, woohoo. Yeah, way to go, Mom. She did good.
All right, Miss Friedman, we need you to double up. We don't want to lose any of our viewers here.
And I am.
We need Courtney to
This should be
continue to watch
fireworks. I'm seeing Penny have the exact same hand. She folds.
wow.
I don't think that graphic's right. And Mr. Beak here waking up with the ladies. And Law waking up with a suited ace-king. I definitely think we see a 3-bet. Potentially even a 4-bet. Maybe shove if Law thinks he's being weak. If she has any other information from his prior hands playing the 10-9 offs, she might try to take advantage of this.
Both players in early position here. Mr. Beak was under the gun +1, and she is obviously right behind him. So,
and Carl says the graphics are great and fast. Thank you very much. Y'all see anything that we can improve on, please let us know.
Miss Law is taking her time here. What is Mr. Beak thinking? Is he
I think he's thinking, how quickly can I get it all in?
get as many chips in as possible here? Okay. I mean, he only has 32,000, so at some point he is looking to accumulate chips.
And she 3-bets knowing that she's going to put him to the test for his stack here, which you can't ask for a better dream situation. You just need to go with it.
Let's see
Yes,
how
you're
fast
flipping.
he calls. Is he going to think about it?
I think he calls pretty quick.
All right, it's on him. Start the clock.
Law's been playing a lot of hands, and yes, with a lot of aggression. I just don't think you can fold queens here.
No, the only thing you're really worried about is ace-king, but you've got to ask yourself, are you okay flipping at this point? Because it's at least got to be ace-king. Law has to at least have ace-king here.
And if she could have ace-queen suited, but I don't think the 3-bet would be as substantial. I think she knows he has a pair and is putting him to the test on whether or not he wants to flip. But just suited ace-king, I feel like so many people just go with it all the time, even though it is ace-high. It's just such a pretty hand.
I think you need to win a flip or two in a tournament. This could...
If he folds here, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
This is going to be unbelievable. And Lock gets it through.
Especially since Miss Law's been so aggressive.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would have been a flip. He wasn't comfortable flipping for his tournament life there, but
Very
you've got to
substantial
win.
3-bet, too.
Yeah. You've either got to run really good or you've got to win a couple of flips, in my opinion, to go deep in a tournament. If you're playing for first place, you got to win a few flips. Why not try it right there? But
She's 4Xing for the 3-bet. That's just very, very surprising that he would fold queens there. You basically have to pin your opponent on ace, king, aces, or kings. And I just don't think, with how many hands Law's had in that position, that you can give her that credit there.
all right, Kelly Mitchum said, wow.
We're as shocked as you are.
All right, queens there. Yeah, I mean, tournament play is so much different than cash.
Agreed.
And he only has 32,000.
I mean, I feel at some point, though, if you only have that much of a stack and you've got so many competing big stacks, you've got to take advantage of that spot.
It's 20 big blinds.
Yeah, you can't be letting that go.
20 for me is...
You bust me,
Yeah.
but I'm not folding queens there.
When I get below 20, I start freaking out, and I'm looking for any spot to get it in, to be honest with you. 20 big blinds is my... let's get it in, and if I would have had queens, there's no way I'm ever folding there. Now, if I would have had 100K and it was another stack that had 100K, I'd probably fold because I don't want to run into aces and kings. But
I agree.
32K.
We've got Andy in the chat going, how do you fold queen there? We are wondering the exact same thing.
Well, he is...
Jack 9. Got a heart draw here from Miss Friedman. I think this is kind of the dream flop that you're asking for. Got a call. Gotta love Kelly's comment here. Let that go and get stuck with 7 deuce for your all-in hand, or just sit there and blind out. Definitely.
He's still burning up on that fold.
He's going to be burning up way more here in about 10 minutes.
Miss Rebecca can't believe it either.
Yeah, I don't see any experienced player folding there. You're taking your shot at it. If they bust you, they bust you. But you can't be playing. Scared poker doesn't win poker. You got Penny waking up here with ace king. I definitely see her probably making a little bet here, possibly just shoving it all in, having 9 bigs. I think if anybody tries to make a move here, I see Penny coming over the top.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Miss Friedman with ace king high, the small blind.
Vicente was incredibly active for all of his beginning hands, and we haven't seen much action from him now.
He definitely switching gears. All in.
And Adam, sorry if we already announced. Yes, entered today, there was 214 entrants, and we still have the 7 p.m. flight. So we will have 32 people that bag from this flight and move on. Come on, Mom. Donna's got the daughter run good going. Yeah, I really thought he was going to shove all in on the queens. I mean, after he started picking up the cards, I was like, there's no way he can fold here.
So I wonder what his train of thought was. Was he not wanting to flip, or did he think she had aces or kings?
I'm not sure, but I'll definitely try to go find him on the break and ask him what his thought
I'd like
process
to know. That's okay. We're back to flipping. We have fixed our cameras. As you see, they went through another deck, spreading another deck. This is
Holy moly.
Yeah, we may be playing with regular cards if they keep this up, but
Abby, thank you for posting that. And Adam, yes, we'll definitely see you tomorrow for day 2. I'll see you guys there as well. First timer all the way from Lansing, Michigan. Well, thank you for joining us. I imagine it's a lot colder there than it is here. No, we just had a nice Arctic tundra. Very impressive. We'll definitely be back. Well, we sure appreciate that and appreciate you coming in, checking us out. We look forward to having you back.
absolutely, all the way from Michigan. I don't know when you came, Miss Nino, but our weather probably wasn't much different if you were here in the last couple of days, but
Probably
I promise it'll warm up here. It's actually already started to warm up a little bit. We don't have the ice anymore. For those of you that know or don't know, we had to cancel our Wednesday's event because we thought it was going to be super icy. Turns out Wednesday wasn't too bad. It actually got pushed to Thursday. We went ahead and ran Thursday's event because it was almost too late to cancel. Luckily, everybody made it safely to and from the poker house, and we had almost 100 entrants. So
It was like 98. That
Yeah.
was incredible. I was shocked.
a lot of cabin fever. Nobody wants to sit at the house when it's icy out. So we had a nice, warm, cozy place for them, and they came and played some poker. So thank all of y'all for that.
Arctic Tundra, yes. ARCTIC, yes, Arctic Tundra. But big stack starting tomorrow. Andy, let's see here. I think there's someone with over 400K, but obviously we still have 2 more flights to go. There's a lot more chips in play here than any other flight, so you could definitely see a lot more big stacks.
Uh-oh, here's Austin.
But nobody's got anything to defend with, so I think Austin's just going to take this down, especially a race to 5K, 3x8. Yeah, he's going to take it down. I do not see Law defending this. Nope.
Yeah, I know I don't have an update after yesterday's flight. Before yesterday's flight, the average chip stack was about 108,000. Miss Rebecca, we are using the RFID cards that come from the gentleman that sells the GFX software. We are looking at doing possibly Faded Spade here in the future, but
I love those cards.
yeah, I think there's only one place in the whole world that actually makes them. I think they're all just custom branded, but you probably know this, Rebecca, but you get splitting out of them. They actually split in half the cards sometimes. So
I've seen it happen a lot. It was really surprising, and for how expensive they are.
yeah, it's a really cool technology. I could not believe that you cannot. It's RFID technology. There is a little computer chip in here.
You
Obviously,
can't feel the chip anywhere.
can't feel the chip. You can't see it if you hold it to the light. It's really, really interesting.
Very good.
Uh-oh, here's a big hand from Miss Donna G.
And I definitely see Austin
Early
making
position.
a play here.
Oh, she limped in.
Oh, what a beautiful spot. And all in, Austin just rips it. Donna's just going to snap call him here. If this is actually the graphic, man, I'm shocked to see Austin just rip in 35K here.
Yeah, that's what, 22, 23 big blinds.
I think he was probably trying to take advantage of limp, but as I was saying earlier, you say you don't like to limp with aces here earlier. When Law had it, sometimes when you're just easy like that in such an early position, it's good knowing that you're going to get so much action behind. It can really pay off and then isolate. And she just has him dominated here. Let's just hope that the flop holds.
Yeah, and he's not happy. Sat there very patiently, made one misstep, and now he's in big trouble.
Yep. Donna's looking good here. Let's see if she can hold.
Uh-oh, not a great flop. Gutter
He
ball.
got a gutter ball. Only 3 outs, though.
No club.
Nope.
Ooh.
No diamond. And the river safe. Miss Donna's going to push up. And now that's going to leave Austin short stacked, so I definitely see him pushing a lot more hands here. Blinds are about to go up.
He was just at about
Yeah,
5 big
blinds
blinds,
just
and then
went
he
up.
tripled up. Remember that? And
Yes.
then now he punted that away with ace-10 again, but
Gotta love the punts. We are watching. Where is dealer Lucky? Lucky was just on the table dealing. I imagine we will see them again.
all right, so the full double up with aces there, and you're right. Most players tend to limp aces a lot under the gun, right? I don't think she was under the gun, but that's the one time that I can get away from kings is if somebody limps under the gun,
And then
I have 2
rips
kings, and
behind
then
you.
just rip it. It's like, okay, I know this play. I can get away from this. You see that over and over again.
I definitely see that a lot, or having it in, small blind or big blind, trying to take advantage of people limping in with hands from late position. It's always good sometimes to just kind of limp there and really not expose how strong you are.
Mr. Andy Wallace said he does not like to shove with ace-10, and I assure you, Austin does not either. He's regretting it right now, but hey, that's poker. You don't make all the right plays all the time. Miss Lala here, it has folded around. She's on the button. Yeah, Jack 10, good enough to put a raise into 2 random hands.
I love Jack 10. I can say, though, it's put me in a couple of difficult spots, but it's such a great hand.
TJ laughs it off a little bit. He says, keep raising my big
The
blinds.
jack too.
I'll make another play with ace-8 at you here in just a little bit. All right, there's your leaderboard. Law is now up to third, not far behind TJ and Vicente. So those three holding on to their chips.
Smoky pop quiz for you. You know what the number one ace cracking hand is?
Is there a number one ace cracking hand? I'm going to have to say it's my favorite hand, which is... Actually, I'm going to have to say it's 10-Jack because you were just talking about it. Okay.
It is Jack 10.
Yeah, you kind of gave me that one.
It's got the most equity to go up against any kind of hands for sure.
I know Jack 10 in short deck is a monster.
Reese is in here saying, enjoying the commentating from two of my best buds. Thanks for joining in, Reese.
I don't see him. Where do you see him at?
It's right there on Facebook.
Let me see. Am I missing Facebook? Oh, there he goes.
And Law here now with the ace 10 of clubs. We got Vicente with queen 10 under the gun. I know this hand is suited, but I do not like just limping here. You're going to have somebody raise behind you. It's not very playable post flop in a good way.
And after Vicente limped in, it caused Mr. Bleak to come around with 3-4 clubs, and now too much dead money for Law not to raise here.
Agreed. And I think she raised up substantial enough. I don't know if Donna's going to defend here. Eddie folds and gets out of the way. I would like to see a call here from Donna, but I just don't think she does. And she folds.
She's been playing pretty snug.
She has. She's been playing very tight and very well, waiting for her spots, picking good opportunities, good hands and position.
Oh, wow. Vicente doesn't want to go anywhere.
Look at Beak calling here with the 3-4 suited.
How much does this play into, Law's aggression in previous hands? Because, they're defending super light here.
I'm just really not understanding. Oh, my gosh. And Beak gets just a miracle flop. This guy's killing me right now. I'm not understanding any of his plays.
All right. Doesn't get it in with the queens, but he gets it in with the bottom pair open-ended. Okay. Definitely the best hand right now. It's gonna get 2 folds here, but...
Thank you, Eric, for the comments. Appreciate it. Y'all let us know what you think of Mr. Beak's play. I feel like he's definitely pulling like a Rigby right now.
Is he even looking at his cards?
Who knows?
This one's going to work out for him.
Yeah, Law can't call here. I don't think she could ever call. She's missed everything. Just something with having 2 overs and a backdoor draw is just not going to do it for you. Not for 20K of her stack. She doesn't want to risk a third of it here.
Yeah, is she really doing the math in her head here, or is she just saving face a little bit, letting everybody know that maybe she did raise with a monster,
I would like to say maybe Hollywooding here just a little bit, trying to put a little bit of pressure and act like she has something bigger for putting in the raise. But ultimately, I think she's going to get away from it.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. I said save face, but Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. She also knows, it's a flop that if you're going to bluff at it, it's a good, it's a good flop
She's
to
got
bluff.
to take a stab at it. Ace-king would take a stab at this. Ace-queen, especially if you have 1 or 2 hearts, knowing that you block the nut flush draws. And he's going to take it down. But Mr. Beak, chipping up with some very interesting hands and folding some premiums.
Hey, whatever works. Doesn't matter how you get to the end. You just got to make it to the end. So let's go, Mr. Beak. You are entertaining us. Keep it up, sir. Keep up the good work. 5-6 of spades, J.D. Davis said. I don't know if that was an answer to cracking aces or not.
Oh, 5-6 of spades.
And Andy Wallace says he's not seeing Mr. Beak go much farther. So come on, Mr. Beak. Let's prove him wrong here, buddy. Okay, here is Miss Friedman with ace-queen in early position.
All right. Penny, Courtney, I hope you're still watching. Your mom's got a nice premium hand here. From the hijack, I could definitely see Law calling here, at least just to see a flop. I would love to see Eddie defend here with some 5-6 and just call in flat.
I think they are now that there's a dead money.
No, he folds.
Okay.
TJ is going to call here.
Yeah.
It's a great time to set mine here for 2,000. Knowing you've inflated the pot, there's going to be over 10K in the middle.
Blinds are now 1, 2, and 2.
An ace 4-9. Clean flop for Miss Penny.
Yeah, Miss Donna here, unfortunately, can
I
lose
think
some
Penny's just
chips.
going to rip it. Yep. Too much action. Don't let anybody see any more cards. Let's just take it down now.
Is this an easy hand for Miss Donna to get away from here?
For ripping it in with her stack, I think she knows how tight Penny's been. I don't see her calling here with an ace deuce. I think you can easily get away from this five-handed.
Yeah, five-handed. I think that's the key word. You know, somebody else probably has another ace. You have the worst kicker possible. You didn't pair it, so. I mean, you're just hoping that they're bluffing.
You're calling, hoping to hit a wheel, hoping to hit ace deuce, anything with a draw. But ultimately, when you get put to the test, you got to get away.
All right, Courtney says, yeehaw.
Yeah,
Here
your
we
mom's
go.
chipping up.
Run it up. All right, Miss Ashley did remind me it's less than 30 minutes away to our second flight of the day, second and final flight.
If you guys have not played or you want to come get some of this $250,000, I suggest getting down here. This is your last opportunity in the 7 p.m. flight, and it should be a big one.
All right, I got a text that said turn it up just a little bit, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. People can turn their phones down.
TJ just loving life. He sure is. TJ is just such a great guy. He's always a joy to be around at the table. And I tell you, if anybody has more poker stories than him, I would be shocked. He has some of the most hilarious stories ever if you just ask him.
Including the fact of the matter is that he, for the first time, before all of the big buy-ins for the big multi-million-dollar main events, TJ Cloutier was the first player World Series to acquire $1 million in career earnings without ever winning the main event.
That's awesome.
Interesting fact from Mr. Craig. He is on break right now, so he's joined us for a couple of minutes back here in the booth.
I will say this is one of TJ's favorite hands. Not the suit, but he does love Jack 9.
We've got a wheel here for Austin.
I think Craig knows too. It's Jack 9 suited clubs, right?
Clubs, yeah.
Clubs, yep. That's TJ's favorite hand.
Yeah, they said in 1 year, it went to Jack 9 of clubs. He flopped 3 straight flushes in the same day.
I have hit a straight flush, I'd say probably 8 or 9 times, and I've flopped it twice with the same hand, and then hit it with the same hand a third time. And mine was 6-3 of clubs.
Austin flops a wheel here with 3-4. The turn is an ace. Unfortunately, nobody has an ace for.
Nobody has anything.
He doesn't. He makes a little bit on the dead money, the blinds, the antes, and everybody that limped in. But sometimes that's a win. All right, this is hand 32 already. Time flies when you're having fun. Mr. Beak's going to be under the gun here.
We didn't announce either, but blinds went up, so we are at 1K, 2K, 2K.
All right, Mr. Beak, 9-7 of hearts under the gun. Everybody wondering what he's going to do.
And he folds. I mean, under the gun, yes. Too early a position. Be interesting to see if Eddie tries to play this here with so much action behind. Ace 9 suited, not exactly the best, but having a flush draw.
Miss Karen here. We don't have a whole lot working on. She said, TJ is a great person to play with. I've played in a few charity tournaments with him. His wife Joy is also super sweet. She usually is with him, and I can attest to that. I've seen her sit out there while he plays in the tournament. You know, he'll make a super deep run, and she just sits out there, and she is the sweetest person in the world. She just always, just like TJ, always happy, a smile on their face, and I couldn't agree more, Karen.
I love seeing her at Choctaw events. It's so funny. She sits out in the lobby when he's in the tournament area and bring him food.
Yeah, you walk by. Hey, Joy, how's it going? Oh, it's okay. I'm just waiting on TJ.
How's he doing in there? Oh, yeah. He's good. You got Miss Law, A6 off.
Miss Friedman's in the small blind with the king queen.
Law's got quite a bit of chips, but I don't like opening that hand. A6 off just doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, and here's TJ with an ace 10, still pretty early position. He's been playing pretty snug.
I think he at least tries to make a 3-bet here if he gets raised or put to the test.
Yeah, it's an easy hand you can get away from.
Yep.
So not a big deal if if somebody plays back at you. Just
He
let it
does
go.
raise it to 6K. 3 X's. I think Mr. Beak's going to defend. Yep.
All right. Ace here is going to spell trouble for Mr. Beak. 3-4 queen.
We've seen this before. He's got backdoor clubs. I don't think Mr. Beak can continue here, though. TJ just bets and takes it down. A nice standard C-bet from him will get it done.
It's probably in one of the many chapters in all the 17 books that we've seen him in.
Just C-bet. They will fold.
So Chris Mays just said that Joy is on her way. Just spoke to her. He did say that she was driving him home later. So we'll see Miss Joy out here in our lobby. So that'll be awesome. Chris said I was supposed to drive TJ home, but got busted. So Joy is coming. Chris, you could have played in the 7 p.m. flight. Starts in 20 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Oh, here's Ace King for Law.
Law waking up with it again with a suited ace. King.
Eddie, King 10, under the gun, raising chips.
See, and like I said earlier, King 10 here just from under the gun, middle position. I don't like it. Even suited, you've just got so much action behind you. You're going to get put to the test. Just wait for better spots.
Yeah, I mean, you have King High.
Yeah.
That's what you have.
With a horrible kicker, so you never know where you're at. And here you're just absolutely dominated. And she just shoves.
She said all in. And she knows she's good. When he don't snap call, you're picking his chips up. We're probably moving on to the next hand here.
Law's on a roll with Big Slick. That she is.
Living right. He
Got it.
folds.
Chris says, I've got a 2-hour drive. Ford membership. Give me free 5K again. No, your free membership only gets you into one flight, unfortunately. So if you wanted to come in for all of the max amount that you could at the first break, you could basically buy in for $350 instead of $250, and that will get you your 25K at the break.
So you're saying you're putting him in? What did I get?
No, he was asking
joking,
if
I'm
his
joking.
5K was getting in. Don't look to me for free chips, okay? I'm trying to take them all too and win this. I miswrote it. I'm driving. Well, don't be... Chris, what are you doing looking at your phone while you're driving?
All right. TJ is going to be in the early position this time as soon as we get these cards out.
And Chris, thank you for the compliments. The room is beautiful, so we sure appreciate you noticing and taking the time
Queen
to comment.
10. TJ knows that a Queen 10, King 10 in early position is not a good hand. He gets out of the way. If it folds around and you're on the button, fine, put the raise in, and hijack, something like that. But under the gun, Queen High, King High. Here's Mr. Beak on the button. King, Queen.
He needs to give some legendary poker advice over here to Eddie.
Eddie. Oh, yeah.
With the King 10. Sir, just don't play those hands.
All right, Eddie's going to fold Mr. Beak on the button there with the King, Queen. Going to pick up the blinds and the annies. That is 5,000 every time you can do that. So
Very nice. And Chris says the bathrooms are perfection. They really are.
yeah, we're the Buckies of poker room. I've said it before on here. I don't want to say that I coined that. That actually came from Bugsy. I'll give him credit for that. He's
Gotta
actually, I don't know
love
if he came
Bugsy.
up with that or not, but I'll give him
Just put some boiled peanuts on the menu, and then I'm really happy.
boiled peanuts.
Yes. Bucky's has the best.
Oh,
If you've never
okay.
had boiled peanuts, just go try it. You can tell me how you feel later.
That's a Jack 8 of clubs, not the Jack 9 of clubs here. But Eddie has it. And he's in the small blind. We're over to Law on the button.
I would definitely like a defend
She
here.
gets out of
Jack
the
8.
way.
Not sure what TJ has, but I'm pretty sure he's just, go and get out of there.
Didn't even matter. Oh, there's the graphic. Did it show his cards?
Mm-mm. Folded. What do we got? Maybe 30 minutes here until we're on break? Is that about right?
Yeah, Chris, thanks for the kind words there talking about the bathrooms. We have a great porter staff. Miss Martha leads that up. She does a phenomenal job.
She is the sweetest lady.
Yeah, she is amazing. We can be super busy. She'll jump in, run chips, cleans the bathrooms. This lady does it all. Super glad to have her on our staff. She is one of our bright spots, but you know, we have a ton of bright spots here. Our staff's amazing. Like you alluded to, our facility's amazing. We're trying to give poker players everything that they could want in a facility and in a staff. So we've been open for about 7 months now. We appreciate everybody that's been out to see us. If you haven't been here, just want to remind you, we're off 35 in Regal Road, right down by the medical district. We've got a huge billboard right over here by Whataburger. Great facility. We've got armed guards at the front. They wand everybody down, Ashley. We allow no weapons to come in through the front door. Does that help you with your peace of mind when you come in here and play?
100%. Security is huge, especially, I mean, let's face it, I'm a female in this industry. I don't want to be walking out to my car late at night with stacks of cash and think that somebody's just going to come up and rob me. I mean,
Absolutely. We have the ability here at Poker House. If you want, we can escort every person to their car.
really nice golf carts.
Yeah, we have golf carts.
Should do donuts and them in the parking lot.
Should be picking everybody up in the parking lot that doesn't choose to valet. Complimentary valet. David out in the front. He does a great job. We now have Jason cooking hot food for us. We've mentioned this on here before, but our burgers, our Philly cheesesteaks, I don't even know what else all we have. We have chicken sandwiches. It's all really, really good food. We're hoping to expand on that here in the near future. But
We need some keto options for me.
oh man, here we go. All right, we're not much on the keto or vegetarian stuff right now,
And
but
some salads. We'll be good to go.
he actually did that. That's what he used to do. So I would expect some of those. You okay over there? Just ran
Sorry,
into the
guys. I just
microphone.
whacked the mic. I was laughing so hard.
So expect some of that stuff for you healthier people out there.
Do we have an all-in? Yes, we do. We haven't got caught up with the graphics yet.
Okay, who was all in? We got Lala here in the hijack with ace 10. Okay, that is the 6th seed. That is our short stack. That's Austin with ace deuce.
I mean, he's down to less than 10 begs here. I think ace-2 suited. I don't love it, especially in early position, but if you're going to take advantage of it, you might as well just hope that nobody else wakes up with anything. I know Law has him dominated here, but with action, so much action behind still, I don't think I like a call here. She's going to get the good news if she makes the call to know that he's pretty dominated, but I just think there's so much action, so much of your stack to take a risk with ace-10.
Well, worst case scenario now, if a player behind you comes back over the top,
You know where
tough
you're
spot,
at. But then you lose 17K from your stack that you've grinded up.
Surely Vicente doesn't get sticky here with the king 5. We've seen him do it before.
He's been incredibly quiet, though, so if he tries to make a move here, it would be... it might work against Law, but...
He knows he's probably in trouble here. Ace deuce versus
Austin
ace
does.
10.
He is hoping for the dream flop here.
Dream flop or possibly a chop, something.
And 4-6 Jack is not going to do it for anybody. It's going to need a miracle deuce. And he turns a wheel draw.
All right, deuce or 5.
And
King.
that's not going to do
Hey,
it.
we got
Law's gonna take
that's
it.
Benny in the box. All right, thank you for playing, Austin. We have a flight that is starting in 15 minutes. Hope to see you in it. Good luck. Mr. Benny is in the box. He was running Action Tracker, so I have no idea who's over there doing that now, but
That'd be interesting.
they're doing a good job.
Craig, you know who's in the box?
Oh, there you go. He gave her a break.
Oh, that's
Oh, so I think those two are switching back and forth because they're very good at live streaming. They have a little more experience. They travel around with Eric Anderson and help him out on all his live streams. So until we get our staff trained a little more, I think they are just locking in here and helping us out. So we appreciate that. We appreciate Eric Anderson for coming down. Check him out. He is the feature table, I believe, on all the social media, all the streaming apps. Thank you, Eric, for everything you did helping us get this set up. We are on our own. We're a little nervous and scared back here, but apparently we're doing okay.
Yes, Eric is a pro at what he does.
Chris Mays, he had the best hot dog ever here today. Those are hand rolled. We take all the pigs, the chickens, the cows. We put them in a big blender, and we hand roll those in the back.
Ignore the maybe the leftovers that you may see on the grill of Smoky Struck because of that, but
Yeah, no.
Don't look at me. I'm not a hot dog fan.
Yeah, I think they're Nathan's though, so
Oh,
they are good hot dogs.
Aren't those? Isn't that the Hebrew brand or like? Doesn't Nathan's also make? Yeah, they make like kosher ones. Is that correct?
No idea.
I have no clue. Right? I think they do. And Vicente is going to wake up here with a hand, and he's been pretty quiet, so this is going to be nice. Law raises. I definitely see him putting in a 3-bet here. And he just flats. Interesting. I don't know if I like a flat being out of position with 10s. Just too many scary things that can come on the flop for you.
Yeah, I don't know Vicente here personally, but I know a lot of amateur players tend to want to see a flop with 10s and jacks. They're scared. They want to play, make sure no overs come.
I mean,
Obviously,
he gets
a great flop
flop
for his hand.
But just very lucky. So many times you can be put in such bad positions with 10s, especially being the first to act. Not really sure why they're showing Penny having a graphic, but she is out of the hand, I believe.
Maybe they're
Is
showing
she?
she would have flopped a straight.
Yeah, she would have. That would have been nice.
Maybe they wanted to show us that, but I believe it's Vicente and Lala in the hand here.
Yes.
He bet. She should get out of the way.
Six of spades up and back down. No, the three of spades up and back down.
And I'm thinking, oh, Hebrew National, all beef, so delicious, they say. Can you still get in on this free roll? Yes, Fania, you can. In 30 minutes, we will be having a flight that starts at 7 p.m. So you want to get to your shot at $250,000 in this prize pool. Come on down. Late registration is open for it's like 3.5 hours, right? With breaks and everything.
Yeah, after the break, because we've been starting 5-10 minutes late. So probably if we're starting at 7, it's probably like 10 to 10:30 late reg. So it's going to be a late night, but come on out.
Yeah, there shouldn't be too much traffic for you at that point in time. So
Blinds are only 3, 6, and 6 coming back from that break. So you can buy up to $25K. Here we go. Here's Mr. Beak, the mystery man under the gun with ace jack of diamonds. He's going to raise it to 6,500. A little over 3x. King queen for TJ. Quickly folds. Didn't even think about it. So don't see anybody. Possibly Cody has a little ace, but
you have to think too, if you're playing big blinds here,
oh,
and your
Cody
he
rips
makes
it.
a move. Oh man. And Beak is put to the test again. We saw him fold queens earlier to Law's 4x raise on his bet, and he folded queens. Everyone was shocked, but he calls off here with ace jack, and he's going to see the good news. Let's see if he can hold. Again, I just keep being blown away by Mr. Beak. I can't see the queens call and then a call with ace, or queens fold and then a call with ace jack.
Oh, terrible news for him here.
Oh,
He
man.
wishes he would have folded this one now. Unfortunately,
the backdoor.
gets ran out. 9, queen, 5. 2 pair now for Cody. Gonna need a jack or a queen here.
That is
7.
not it. Ace 9's going to take it down. Fortunately, he had him covered, but now he's left with crumbs, so let's hope if he gets queens again, he doesn't fold.
Andy Wallace is wanting to know what we think about players showing their cards in tournament play. I know a lot of players will show their cards to maintain their image, to let you know that they're not sitting there raising with nothing, or they want you to think that. Oh, here's Lala. She took the lead now, almost getting to 100K. But what are your thoughts there? Showing your cards. I don't ever like to do it, but there are times that it's good to do it.
I like doing it when I know I can tilt someone. Pretty much, majority of the time, I will not, in a tournament, I do not show my cards. You better pay to see them.
Here's the ultimate needle from Kelly Mitchum. Should have played the queens, Mikey. Should have played the queens. He didn't say Mikey, but should have played the queens. Yeah, that's...
He would have either doubled or busted, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's not gonna like us after this stream. We've been needing him a little bit, but he's still in tournament, and I'm back here, so he's doing better than I am. You bagged up, so I can't say that for you, but Mr. Beak.
I can say in poker, they also tell you too that you should be making decisions that make your play easier. So if you're making moves that are making your decisions more difficult, then I feel like you're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you want to put your opponents to the test.
Yeah, and I have strong feelings. People pay their money. They can play their cards however they want.
Exactly.
You get a lot of people that get upset in cash games because they get beat by whatever. But and that's a fun thing about poker. Play how you want to play. It doesn't always have to be ABC. It doesn't have to be by the book.
Never.
It doesn't have to be GTO. I can't stand this GTO stuff. And
I don't even know what that is anymore.
Yeah. So play how you want to play, and there's really no right or wrong way. There are theories, if you will, but to each his own. And if you can run it up and you can make it to the end, then you did something right.
Who is in the booth talking? Is that Rebecca? No, Rebecca Thompson is in the chat, but this is Action Ashley. Hello, Bobby. I hope you're doing well. Karen says, I will always show someone in the hand if they ask to see it.
And that's just Karen.
Yeah, Karen, you're giving away too much free information there.
Come on, Karen.
Don't be a Karen.
Here's a King Jack for Lala in the big blind. Had the small blind just limp in, so she just puts him to a test, and she's going to take down the blinds and the antes.
I like that move by Law. Definitely put pressure if you're going to be weak and just try to limp it in. Not going to have the cojones to raise. I'm going to push you.
Right, because what do you limp in with? If you got an ace in the small blind, you're probably going to raise in the big blind.
Nothing
She's
good.
got King Jack, so let's just go.
Adam says, let's go Law. We got a lot of people cheering for Law. Taylor as well. Karen says, my sister Kelly has a different opinion on that. Law is definitely killing it. She is putting on the aggression for sure. She got a massive fold from queens with her ace-king flipping.
New player alert. It looked like another lady.
Ooh, I love seeing all these ladies on the table. We got Cody.
Look at Lala here. She is living right.
I love the tens here, especially in the small blind. Great to have so much action. Donna is going to play here. It'll be interesting to see the move that Law makes here against Donna. Donna's been super tight.
And Eddie here with my favorite hand.
Curious here if we think Law is just going to raise here or rip it over the two of them. I think she's just going to put in a raise or flat.
Yeah, it doesn't look...
Going to flat.
Yep. Like you said, Donna's been super quiet here. So
She has.
She has position on Donna, so I think she wants to see how she maneuvers after the flop here.
I agree.
Make a decision then. Eddie
But
gets out of the way.
Donna making a move from middle position has to kind of send some bells to Law. And this is going to be a rough flop for Donna to get away from. Yep, and she's going to rip it here, and I think Law can't fold. She's going to call.
How much is the bet here?
30K.
Oh, so it's a third of your
It's a
stack.
third of her stack, but I don't see her folding here. If she wakes up with it, she wakes up with it. Now, granted, middle position is going to be hard for her to think that she would have something like 6, 7s, 8s here. I think she's probably giving her more credit around the jacks, queens range. She knows she's not going to be ripping here with ace, king, ace, queen. So she either thinks, you have me beat here, or I'm ahead.
Yeah, she just built it up to 100K, and she's wanting a third of it in this pot. So, Law, a very good player. I'm really interested to see what she does here. I mean, that is the flop you're looking for with 2 10s. So,
I mean, she called 17K with ace 10 off. I don't see her folding 10s here. As difficult as the choice is, I just think she goes with it.
yeah,
She knows she doesn't have a 3. She knows she doesn't have a 5.
There was only 15 in the pot, though, when Donna bet.
I think that's Donna's only move, though. Donna can't bet 10K here. She's got to try to get Law to fold.
Right.
This is the only move that she's got an opportunity to try to put pressure on Law to fold.
Yeah, it's a great bet.
but I think she does it. And like I
All
said,
right.
yeah, law calls. And Donna's
yeah.
going to wake up to the bad news. Maybe she gets like a 4 or a deuce on the turn to give a little bit more outs.
Right now, needing a 6. Oh, maybe some backdoor straight draws. Oh, that's one of them. Now
That
a
would be
4.
one.
All right, it's never easy in this game.
Always a sweat. And
Oh,
she gets
no.
it. Oh, Donna.
Oh.
Law makes the correct play, and Donna gets there.
Ah, and Donna knows how lucky she just got there.
She does.
As much as this game is about skill, there is still a little luck involved.
It is.
So,
Nice hand, Miss Donna.
yeah, great play by Law there. She makes the correct play. It just doesn't work out for her this time. But she'll run it back up, no doubt. She's going to be on the button this hand.
She's definitely on an incredibly active table. No issue trying to run up a stack again.
Yeah, she's running good. She's playing good. How does that
Poker is dumb.
how does that affect your mindset? I mean, you made the right call, so it's not gonna put her on tilt. But
Not
as
at
long as
all.
you're making the right decisions, you are.
Poker is all about you cannot be results oriented, and we hear that so much in any kind of study and play. But if you're results oriented, you're just not playing poker
right. You
the right way.
even though you lose the pot, you still almost pat yourself on the back.
You still
made
have
the
to
right
know
call,
that
the
was
right
a great
read.
call.
Yeah.
You read it right. It's just the run out, and you just shake it off and say, hey, I'm playing great poker right now. Let's go. Let's do it again. And it also gives you more information on the players for the future. So you know if they try to make a move like that again, you can use a lot of that prior knowledge.
Absolutely. That is the variance. That is, unfortunately, part of it.
And the chat is saying, wow, just shake it off, Law. Yeah, she's got this. I think they're standing up. I think we are about to be on break.
Yeah, so
I can go refill my water.
last hand. Yeah, we'll play a commercial. I don't want to end the stream. We're going to keep this table here, I believe. So we'll just play you guys a commercial, show you all the amenities we have here at Poker House, and then we'll be right back with you. Ashley, you hanging around a little longer?
Of course.
All right.
I'll hang out for a little bit.
Not a lot going on. What do we got going on in this hand here? There's 17K.
Oh, and
Cloutier
TJ
with the
banks it on the
check mark.
river. I don't think he thinks he's good, but he is good. I think Beak is just going to check this here. He can't really bet at anything.
You're going to go ask him why he folded the queens?
I really want to go ask him.
Now with his hoodie off, he looks familiar. I got to go see who that is. I think he plays here. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
he
you-
takes it down. He just
okay.
takes a stab at it.
All right.
Oh, he shoves. He shoves a 7.8K. Yeah, that's probably hard for TJ to call.
Okay, we're going to take a little break here. We have a ton of viewers. So glad to see everybody on, guys. We are on break. Vicente, after Law lost that hand, he is now the chip leader. We're going to take a little break, go to commercial here, hang out, get yourself a soda, as Ashley and I are going to do. We'll be right back with you.
First thing you notice is the atmosphere, the quality of the tables and the chairs. As I came through, they said, oh, we got to give you a tour of the place. You know, they showed me around. Whenever you have several details like that, it starts to add up and just creates a better experience.
This place is absolutely gorgeous. I think they did wonderful with the design and everything. It's just very comfortable.
As a server, I am going to handle all of your needs, food, snacks, coffee. If you bring your own alcohol, we will be here to serve you guys.
It's brand new, as you can see, and I like chargers on the table. That's new for me. Come play. It's going to be a great time.
The building is absolutely gorgeous. It just has a great open area, you know, for people to just hang out, have a good time. The management is focused on just creating a positive experience for everyone.
We're going to have an armed guard at the front, making sure no one brings any weapons in, make it safe for everybody inside.
Their promotions are really starting to bring people in, and as it grows, it's definitely going to compete with the other rooms in the area and probably overtake them.
We have some of the best tournaments going on, some of the best cash games as well.
TJ's got 80,500. Number 4 has 78.5. Even. 14,500 and 7. 52,000 and 8. 52 even in the 8. 29,000 in the 9. Alright, I'll sort the cards. Yeah, what do you think? Come back after the next level. After the next level for break. Just check in on Bobby, just to make sure he's doing okay. He'll be fine. No, they're delayed. Don't mind them.
How you doing? Hey, so yes, when I get a guy on that want to watch this live stream, when I get on it, is there any way I can make them hit the like button and it show up on the Dallas?
I wish I had an answer for you. I don't know the answer.
That's what I need to ask.
Yeah, he'll be out here shortly.
Because I made a deal with Smokey that if I can get 50 likes, when I get in here, he'll give me the shirt and the jacket. And I would go, I can't
have you sitting at the table though.
Shit.
Not in the chair at all.
Oh, candy man.
You can sit in those chairs.
Let the cripple. Keep the cripple out. Go ahead.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, 1,500, 3,000, 3,000. Yeah, 7,500. Wait till it gets up there to 2,500. Our table
I would
weight.
love to be able to look like today, but with 14,000, I'm in my first bucket here.
We made 3 minutes left. They have a Friday night split.
Really irrelevant, but that'll just prevent you from accidentally putting in like 1,800 or something, you know?
So if somebody lost, I click on their name.
Click on their name and hit delete.
Hey, are y'all gonna do that?
It takes someone that wants to do it. If I said I want it, so that's good. Only for a little while. I gotta tie up some loose ends.
You're talking about like, not like right now.
No.
I recognize you now. Like you were good in the Aces of Kings. Hey, I'm gonna leave. You need anything? I'll be back.
Courtney's watching. She's cheering you on.
Did you remember to silence your phone? All right, perfect.
I hear you.
I
get a lot of criticism for hands that I folded. All of my daughters say I only folded one hand.
What the fuck is he like?
You did me off. Yeah, you did it once.
If they're asking you that, that means you have to listen.
Yeah, I have done that.
Right? Makes sense? Like they couldn't believe you folded?
She's a good player though. Who's that? Oh yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yeah, put you to the test every time.
And A's and deuces. Yeah, I like to let everyone try and see the chart. You can, it's all about, there's about 20 seconds left on that. It's not normal.
I'm a little blind.
Buttons in the two, small lines in the three. I don't know why, but he just made the thing insane. So just move it over on there. Buttons in the two, small line in the three, big line in the four. She just must have never moved it before the break. It was right. You switched it because she never moved it.
All right, guys, and we're back. I'm just going to be holding it down here by myself for a few. Smokey's out there taking care. The fact that we've got our last flight starting here at 7 o'clock. Registration will be open for 3.5 hours, so make sure to get down here and get into this free roll. All right, so we're going to start off the action here. Vicenti's going to fold Jack 10 off. Not going to see anything from Penny. She's been playing pretty tight even with a short stack. Cody's just going to flat 3K here. Mr. Beek's going to come along with 5-6 suited and hijack. Law's going to fold. And I think TJ's just going to call here. See a flop. I would. He does. And to a flop we go. Got four-handed. And got a queen 9-3. Eights is not loving this here. I think it's going to go check, check, check. And it does. We go to a turn. 6 of diamonds. And of course, TJ's got the only diamond. He has no clue, but he's going to take a stab at this. And Cody is still having to deal with 2 overs, but unless he is giving TJ credit for 2 diamonds here, but he is just going to get out of the way. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Beek's going to call here with a pair of 6s and no diamond. And I think here if TJ just rips it, Beek's got to fold. And he does. Nice hand, TJ. The aggression there is going to take it down, the image. He knew he had to make a move. He's got no showdown value there with an ace high. Great job by TJ. I'd like to thank you guys again for tuning in with us here, watching the $250,000 free roll here, Poker House Dallas.
I'm back, Ashley.
Awesome.
That's a Pepsi. If anybody's wondering, I wish it was something else.
You don't want to crack open a beer?
Should after this long day, but it is utterly chaos out there.
That it is. Just drinking water.
We have a floor full of people playing cash, waiting to play cash, getting in the 7 p.m. tournament, alternates. There's a ton going on here at Poker House right now. I want to say we appreciate everybody's patience because it's not easy orchestrating in big events like this with this many people, and everybody's been super kind. We haven't always been on time. We've started a couple of the flights a little bit late, but appreciate everybody's patience. We're doing the best we can here.
Nina, thank you very much for saying that you're enjoying this. We sure appreciate that. Good commentators. I'm partial to the female voice. That would be my grandmother. So,
okay.
Thank you, Grams.
I was going to say, surely that's the only way.
Gotta be related, clearly.
So we're a few hands in.
And Law is going to outflop Donna here. But I think Donna, I don't know if she gets away from this, even if Law bets. I think she might still call here, having a draw and thinking that her ace is probably good if she hits. But she folds.
I don't see the blacks on the table. I'm assuming we colored up. We're at 15, 3, and 3 now. The blacks are off the table. They were worth 100.
Yes, they did a race off.
So we did a race off. Okay. Explain the difference just for the new players out there. The difference between a race off and a color up.
Race off is basically where you are racing off the chips because you don't have even amounts. So your 100 chips. So basically if you had only 200 left, you're going to color up in 5s. If you don't have that, then you'd have 2 chips. They're going to flip 2 cards to you. They deal it out to the whole table, and the higher cards are going to end up taking the excess chip. So when you're when you're racing off, basically you're racing it off up to 500. So if 200's there, 300's there, if they end up winning one, then they're going to get a 500 chip instead of that. If they don't, then they're going to lose the 200 or 300. So be it.
Okay, so for those of y'all that did not know what that was, you probably still don't know what that was because that was a lot. But thank you.
A long, detailed explanation that probably confused more people than anything.
No, it was okay. That is Miss Rosie. She was the new player that joined right before the break. Second time she's been on the stream in our 250K guarantee. We love Miss Rosie here. She plays here a lot. Great person, great personality. Let's go. Team Rosie here.
She was definitely very active on the table. I think she played last weekend. Was that right?
Yeah, I believe so. It was last weekend. She's definitely not scared to get the chips in the middle. She is here to play. So
I don't think we're going to be seeing a queen fold from her.
no, I think if anything, I can see. Oh yeah, you have an explanation. I don't know if you've already explained, but
for the people still watching, so I went up to Mr. Beak and I said, "Listen, I've got to know what was going through your head here with these pocket queens." He said, "Well, she put me all in and put me to the test, so I figured she had to have aces or kings." And listen, ladies and gents, that right there should go to show you aggression can win a lot more pots. And now he's going to rip it here with king jack off.
In early position, under the gun plus
moly.
1.
So much action behind. I mean, there's nobody here that's going to call him.
I will say, to his defense, it's, 5 big blinds or something?
And don't get me wrong, I love Rosie's hand, 9-10 suited, but I just don't, not for 16K here. You got a 46K stack, you'll be left with 30. It's just wait for a better spot. I can't believe it. And she calls.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she is dominated pre-flop,
Miss
but
Friedman is very short as well. It's all in, actually, for her to call. So she's in the big blind. She's got 6,000 invested in this pot, but after Rosie calls, you're definitely not going to call behind.
the only thing she's thinking, too, at that point is it's 3 ways she can triple up her money. That's got to be the only thing going through her head, but she's been playing so snug and tight. I think she's going to try to wait for a better spot. And King Jack's going to stay ahead here. Let's see a turn. 4 of hearts. A clean for Mr. Beak still.
9 or a 10 only.
Nothing. And Rosie's just going to double him up. Listen, there's a saying in tournament poker, and it's keep the short stack short.
Yeah, and unfortunately for her, she put herself in that position now because she only has 10 big blinds. So definitely would have liked to seen her let that go, but she is on the button. So look, she's just chuckling.
She's just enjoying it. She's like, give me any 2 cards.
Yeah, let's go. Run it up. Nice bet, TJ, from Eric. I didn't see the bet, so I guess I was out on the main floor. I kind of ran back here really quick. It was chaotic. I wanted to hide out, so I came back here in the closet. Controlled chaos, though. Good chaos. It's good. It's good to have a full house here at Poker House. We appreciate everybody that's come out. This free roll's been a long time coming for most of y'all know that. We're definitely excited to get this, I wouldn't say get it over with, but just to get this first big tournament off our plate.
Agreed. We've done a great job. The fields today have been massive. They were big yesterday, too. It's been very good. And Penny here, I just don't see how she gets away and doesn't rip it all in here. With 7K, 2 bigs.
She's
big
facing
ace.
a raise here from Mr. Beak under the gun.
Yeah,
so.
but Mr. Beak's been so wild. You just got to go with it here.
Rip it.
Rip it in. There you go, Penny. And hold. I mean, she's going to see the good news that he's down to a 3-outer.
Yeah, and of course he's got a call. It's just, 2K more. So he's calling, and he's in bad shape at this point.
And Cody's just seeing the fact that there's not much more, and he can get into this pot for pretty cheap. I think he might opt to just flat here. Or maybe he's going to try to raise over the top and try to isolate? No, he's just got to call. Yeah.
I don't think I like that call because you have it under. I mean, I know it's.
You're in the worst position to do it, but.
I mean, what if the 9 seat comes back over the top?
They can't come back over the top. It's not a legal raise.
Oh, it didn't open it. Okay.
Did not reopen it, the action.
I'll just sit over here and eat my my protein bar. I'm sorry.
And what a turn card, though, giving Mr. Beak some more outs still. Can't believe it. Ace-Jack, though, ahead. Penny wants to hold here. And she does. Nice hold. That is not the card Mr. Beak wanted to see. He wanted to see a 9, but... Very nice hand, Penny. And she is going to move on up. I know Courtney is happy. Courtney is very happy for her mom here. Courtney, she holds. You're good. She was hoping her mom would get over 20K.
And she does. 28.5K. Or did she mean hard cash?
Yeah.
Because that's definitely possible in this tournament.
Somebody trying to give me $20,000? I'll take $20,000.
Buttons and 7.
Let's see. We haven't, since coming back from break, we haven't seen much action from Law. She's kind of been a little bit card dead, picking her spots good. TJ's been doing the same. He hasn't had a whole lot of hands, but using his image to his advantage here.
Miss Donna's going to have a pair, and then right behind her, ace-king.
And Vicente finally waking up with another hand. He was quite active in the beginning and has really taken a step back.
All right, so let's see what Miss Donna here does. Middle position.
I like just a small raise here with nines. Nines is such a hard pair to play in mid position. You kind of want to set mine here. You don't want to raise it too big, get re-raised, be put to a difficult decision.
She min-clicked it. She must have heard you. And Vicente just calls behind with ace-king. Okay, interesting.
I've seen him play very aggressive with some pairs, but when it comes to ace-king and just being ace-high, he's really just kind of played it like it's just ace-high. Hey, it's not that great. Let me see a flop and let me play post-flop. I think he feels his post-flop play is a lot stronger than the other players at the table.
It is Donna. She's been playing very tight. She was in middle position, so she definitely looks strong here. And, I mean, she is ahead. She has 2 nines versus ace-king, so...
And Beek's got one of her outs.
Oh,
and
Mr. Beek ripped it in over here.
Holy moly.
And
this guy.
He's got 1 under.
I mean, if you guys are wanting an action stream, let's just say Mr. Beek.
Did we go to a flop
gosh.
3 ways?
3 ways to a flop.
Okay.
He flops top pair and open-ended. He's never getting away from this. I mean, he's all in. And Donna flops top set.
Oh,
she just needs to hold here.
That's a break.
Oh. Let's see. River. And she holds.
Okay.
She definitely could not be happy to see that, though.
No, what a flop for his hand, though.
What
I mean,
a flop. He has literally flopped the world on so many.
and I think that eliminated Mr. Beek. He was in the. Did that eliminate him? I believe it did.
I think so, because Donna had, what, 60K, 62K or so to start?
Yeah,
So yes,
so
he'll be out.
Some unorthodox play from Mr. Beek. Glad to have you with us, Mr. Beek, and on the stream. There is another flight starting right now. I hope to see you back.
Go get in it. You definitely were action. We enjoyed the unpredictability.
Absolutely. All right, some more Lala fans on the stream here.
Lala is a very well-known player in the poker community, and she plays a lot of tournaments. She's very versed, so she definitely has a big following.
Speaking of Lala, she's in the big blind, early positions right now, folding. Not a lot working until we get to Vicente and his 73K stack. He's looking down at ace-queen here, under the gun, +3, so he's in middle position.
Curious to see what he does here. With the ace-king, he just called a limp raise. Let's see what he makes it. I'm thinking 7.5. Yep. Bingo. On the money. A little 2.5x. I like it. Oh, ace queen. You know what they call ace queen, right?
Walking back to Houston?
I'm not from Houston, but I hear seat open a lot or parking lot.
Okay. I'm going off what I believe that was in Doyle's book. That's also known as Doyle. So 10 deuce is, but also ace queen if you read his book. And
Really?
It's like he calls it walking back to Houston because
You talking in super system?
yeah, because he lost so much money he couldn't afford a bus ticket home.
Forget the club. Poker House is the place to be tonight. Well, we appreciate you tuning in with us. It definitely is. It is popping here.
That's BT. He's actually in the house. He's not tuned in. He's commentating from the house. I just spoke with him out there. He was ecstatic. He said this was the place to be. So he's hanging out. He got on the list.
And look, Vicente folds.
Oh, what happened? Ace-9 jammed on him?
Ace-9 jammed on him. Just put him to a really, really difficult spot. He's got 65K, a jam there from Cody. I mean, that's half your stack you're looking at with ace-queen off. You're not suited. Ace-king dominates you half the time. Any pair you're flipping up against. I mean, personally, It's always hindsight when you can see the whole cards, but I like the fold by ace queen. I would probably fold there too.
Definitely makes it easier being back here. You guys would probably be saying the same as what we just spoke about the other gentleman.
What are you doing?
If I was there, but yeah, easier said than done.
Always. And Law is going to have a hand here to defend in the small blind. Only person I see making a move at anything is going to be King Queen from Rosie. And we've seen how active she was with 9-10.
What did she do there? Just call.
She just flatted.
TJ had a 10 jack of spades under the gun. He's playing very ABC right now. He's not getting that. He's
just not a good position to play that hand. I love Jack 10 suited, but not under the gun. You've got too much action behind you to open it up.
Yeah, you won't see TJ get out of line too many times.
No. And Law, like I said, Law's going to call here. Eddie just checks it through too. And 3 ways to a flop. And Eddie's going to be pink bottom pair here, and so is Law, but Rosie's got top. And I don't really see this continuing much. I see Rosie taking this down here. And I think she's going to overbet the pot. Looks like it. I can't tell the graphics yet. Throws out 4 chips. Bet 16K, and the pot was 12. So, yeah, like I said, she's going to overbet the pot here, and she's definitely going to take it down.
Would have been interesting to see if TJ got in the hand. He did have a 10 jack.
Yeah.
It's pretty wet. 10 jack, there's straight draw, there's a flush draw.
I think having no heart, though, would be hard for him to continue, especially with such an overbet there.
Oh, he's definitely not calling that bet. No.
And Rosie, I mean, I know she overbets there and takes it down, but there's not much out there that you really need to be scared of. I would have much rather liked to see maybe a 3 or 4K bet there. About third pot. Because if someone does come over the top of you and you've bet so big and they have a set or something, you can't get away. And you're basically committing yourself.
Not a lot happened in this hand, Ashley. It's folding around in early position here. Rosie decides to call. I'm sorry, for middle position with just a king 8. So she is taking over for Mr. What was his Mr.
Beek's action.
Mr. Beek. She's taking over for Mr. Beek here. She's going to call with just a king 8.
She's got TJ dominated here. Eddie's got 2 live cards. Law's going to try to make a move here on the button.
Perfect timing. Nobody has much.
I mean, it's a great spot to try to make a move, knowing the stacks behind you. I think Rosie's just been playing kind of loose, so she has that information on her. It's a good
Lala
spot
continuing her good play.
Very much so. Great spot, Law.
All right, let's see how many players we are down to here.
Oh, that'd be good.
Playing to 32 is what you said.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have 38 remaining.
Wow, we're 6 away from bagging.
Only 6 away from bagging, so...
We'll be hand for hand here soon.
Yeah, and the players know that. They know that... we've seen it the last couple of streams. Actually, this is where you get a lot of players will tighten up. They just want to make day 2. They want to get that min bag and then try to run it up from there. So expect players like Law, potentially TJ, take advantage
of the weaker stacks.
Yeah, maybe some more of the inexperienced players here.
And I think TJ here, if there's not a whole lot going on, I definitely see at least a call from him, potentially a push.
Yeah,
He's going to raise here.
Don't have our graphics working for us on this hand.
No, but TJ made a move here, and I believe he's in the small blind. I don't have the full-on graphic, but...
Yeah, I seen he was in the small blind.
Puts the pressure there, and Donna's got ace-5 off, and I just don't think she can call.
It's going to take a monster to call TJ right now. He's been playing so tight.
Agreed.
Obviously a well-respected player. It's going to take a big hand to call his raise right now.
And we've got another go Law. Lala seems to be one of our chat favorites.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, let's hope
She's definitely playing solid.
Yeah, she's playing great. Unfortunately, got unlucky in a hand. If it wasn't for that, she'd be the chip leader at this table, but she's clawing her way back.
She's doing great, and I actually think now she's still got more chips than Donna.
Here's Vicente with another one of his hands. He's got ace queen.
Good old parking lot hand.
He's going to be in middle position here. So we've seen the way he played ace king and then ace queen. He has ace queen again. Looks like he limped in for 3 yellows. That would be
Can't
3K.
wait to see what Cody does here, though. Knowing earlier the ace 9 that he shoved over the top and got ace queen to fold. I think he just flats here, though.
So I think we had our dealer and action tracker switching, so that's why we have graphics messed up. But it's back.
Yeah, Cody just flats Vicente here, I believe. Or Vicente might be in the big blind. Let's see. Yes. Vicente's going to be in the big blind, so you know he's going to at least defend, if not raise, which if I was him here, I would be putting up a raise. You can't be limping every
Donna
big hand.
just defend with 10 deuce?
I guess she did. I guess she thought because he limped the 3K, she only had to call 1.5 more.
Oh, she just had to complete. Okay. It was just
She just had to call 1.5
okay.
more.
I thought there was
And she flops the Doyle.
And look at Cody here, top.
Oh, my gosh. And I don't think Cody is going to get away from this. And Donna needs to put in a raise here if he shoves. Just snap call.
Yeah. He shoves all in, and she has a 100K stack. This is for half of her stack.
She has to call here. You can't play this hand, flop 2 pair with it, and get away from it. Otherwise, you should have never called. And she's counting out the chips. I don't think it will take her much longer to make the decision.
Obviously, the only thing you're scared of is a potentially 10-4 or a set. But a set, if you got to think about it, a set probably doesn't play it like this because it's not a super wet board. A set's probably going to flat you here.
I think she's probably putting him on overs. But at that point, I mean, the only way you're losing the hand here is if you get counterfeit.
Yeah, but
she can't give him credit for 10-4.
Yep, see,
she's going to call. Yeah, she has to call.
She's way ahead here.
Yep.
Got to fade an ace or a 4 at this point.
Cody is not liking it.
The 4 would be the worst way to lose.
Penny has 3 of us in here rooting for her. Penny's doing good. She's still in it, too. You got an 8 on the turn, and now the outs go up. Let's see if Donna can fade and basically get the double up. And she does.
Big side,
nice
really.
hand. She was sweating just a little bit there. Very nice hand. Very nice hand.
Yeah, and that eliminates him, and he's kicking himself for not shipping the ace-10 in again. Like he did previously. He would have won the hand. But she now, I believe, would be the chip leader. I'm pretty sure after that hand. She just picked up 50K, so she should have almost 160, 165K after
She's
that
doing
hand,
great.
if I'm not mistaken.
Getting lucky with law and then just running up a stack.
Mm-hmm.
What are we down to, Smokey? So we've lost one here. Have we lost any out from the main area on the floor?
Well, let me get it here in front of me. We are at 37, so getting closer.
All right, we've got 5 more to go, guys.
I don't know if that includes our player. Usually it takes us a second longer because they have to go alert the floor. We are in a private room. We are in the high stakes room. We do have a separate room to accommodate high stakes, or if you have your own game you want to bring up here and have professional dealers, anything like that, we do have a high stakes area. So we are in that room streaming this game. Not much working. Vicente has a queen 10 in the small blind with only Rosie left behind. He's going to call. Rosie checks. We're off to a flop of 5 king 3 where she flops
Mid
middle
pair.
pair.
She just out flops Vicente here and just, I bet's going to take it down.
Yeah. There's Donna, 160K. Okay. Law, down
Look
to
at
56K.
Penny coming back from 2 big blinds.
Well, how many does she have now?
9?
10. Okay.
Hey, goes to show you, chip in a chair. Chip in a chair.
You got to start somewhere. Let's see. Hopefully,
Always.
I believe she's going to be under the gun right here. So this is really essential that she gets a hand somewhere now or through the blinds.
If she could do it here and make a push, it would be good because
actually, she might. Sorry, she might be in the big blind. Yeah, she is. Yep.
King 9, it's not going to be here. And Law's waking up with the ducks. Rosie's got a hand in the small blind that she'll probably defend. Definitely not my favorite. I can't stand ace 9. I like Eddie's hand here, but from middle position, hard to play it. Just got to fold.
Yeah, after Law's going to raise it here.
I like the raise, especially from under the gun, just a little bit. Weed out some of the field. You don't want everybody to see it for cheap. Raise it up, you get one caller, so it's not bad. And like I said, Rosie's going to defend here with the fabulous ace-9. And Law couldn't flop any better. Open-ended draw with a pair. I think she's just going to probably rip. And she is. Yep, I like the move. I think Rosie's thinking that she could be ahead, but she is not. And I don't think she wants to see the bad news here or just call down with ace-high.
No, I don't think. Yeah, Rosie gets away from it. She would have been in terrible shape. We did get a new player here. It's Mr. Bucky. He was on here the other day. I mentioned his hat. Yeah, he's back.
Very nice.
Let's see, what kind of stack does he have over there? He's got some chips. Let's see, a stack
lot
of pinks. Yeah, it's about 55,000 or so. All right, Miss Law is going to be under the gun. This is hand 58 of our live stream. Queen deuce, probably not going to be good enough.
No, and Penny again getting a hand that she can't do much with. Rosie waking up really so far with the only hand here. It's probably going to be able to do much. If she doesn't raise it too much, I see 7-6 could possibly call and defend the big blind here. But if she puts in a big raise, I think everybody just folds and she takes it down.
Yep, and you were right.
Yep.
This table's been playing very fast, which
It has.
I appreciate.
Yeah, I don't like people that sit and tank for every decision, especially pre-flop. Pre-flop, it's like, come on.
Especially when the blinds are ticking, your short stack, you kind of start getting annoyed. It's like, come on, I'm short stack here. I'm looking for hands. So that's Mr. Monty in the Bucky's hat. He is back. Seat number 8 there. Didn't see, we don't have his chip stack in there just yet.
And are we still seeing the graphics from the prior hand from Rosie, or does she have 9s again?
Well, let's find out here. TJ, King Deuce. Law has a different hand, so I think it's back-to-back pocket 9s for Rosie.
What a hand.
And
now she's just going to flat them. From the cutoff, I don't like this. I think you have position on so many of the players, and people that act in the small blind and big blind are going to defend, so you definitely need to put in a raise here. If she would have raised here, Monty wouldn't have raised. He probably either would have just folded or flatted.
yeah, and you got a chance to pick off 7,000 or 7,500. I'm sorry, and you only have 40,000. So I think take the blinds and the antes.
Exactly.
You get played back at, then you just let your hand go.
I mean, at least with very few people to act behind you, I like more of a 3x raise rather than 2.5. And just 9K. See
Okay,
what they
so
think.
Monty, we didn't get it originally, but Monty 3 better here.
He did, and Rosie called. That is definitely not the flop she wants. Monty flops 2 pair, and he's never going anywhere.
Yeah, that's a flop she can get away from, though. So she's going to lose the minimum.
Let's hope she does. Rosie called. I do not like this call. And the turn's going to give her more outs, but still, you just cannot call here. You've got 3 overcards. You have to know you're never good here. But again, if she would have made the actions pre-flop, I think the hand goes down way different, and she wouldn't be put to such a difficult position.
Yeah, there's 94,000 in the pot. He's put, I guess it's
This is for her
35
tournament
grand.
life. I mean, she's only down to 15K, but she still has to know she's basically almost drawing dead. She can't think that she's good here.
I think she is maybe saving a little face here. She didn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why you call the flop. You're looking for a 9 and a 9 only, or maybe you're looking for him to check. I don't know.
You have no real backdoor draws, anything there to continue with. It would basically be if you put him on complete air. Emmy says, where is this located? Emmy, we are in Dallas, Texas, off of Regal Row.
35 in Regal Row, right off 35, main highway right here. Obviously, everybody knows 35. We're located in an excellent spot, easy to get to, in and out of. We're like half a block off of 35, so we are right here. Park your cars. We have a well-lit parking lot. We have security, armed security. Come check us out. We'd love to have you. We are full tonight. There is our last and final flight. It just started about 45 minutes ago. You still have about 2 hours to register, so come see us.
We've got Chris. I think Chris is rooting against her. She did this to me earlier and sucked out on the river.
Mr. Eric just texted me and told me how to get something cool up here as a graphic, so I'm going to be working on that here.
Awesome. We've got Vicente here again, waking up with another big hand. Finally, I think we're going to see a raise out of him that's pretty substantial. He's got the ladies raised to 17K here at 2K, 4K, 4K. Knowing that, we've got down to 4 or 5 left to weed out. He's playing premiums, taking it down, not allowing anybody to limp in with anything. I think that's a good move. And he's going to take it down. This is Ashley. Hi, Chris. How are you? And Emmy, anytime. We look forward to seeing you. And thank you for tuning into the live stream.
All right. Is that Emmy says she's going to be here next time, and Chris May's saying he will be back. Happy to hear that.
And Donna under the gun. Ace Jack just open folding. Just. I will say I don't mind that. A lot of people would at least say, why don't you flat or something to see a pot cheaper with Ace Jack offsuit. Ace Jack is just a hand that can put you in a lot of difficult spots. You are incredibly out of position. Just not good. I don't hate it. Now, granted, we see all the whole cards and she is ahead, but again, if you hit something, you just don't always know where you're at. Here. And we've got some fireworks going on. Can't believe we see Law 3-bet to 28.5 here with 8 deuce off pre-flop on the button. Now, we have seen this action from her with the 7-3 earlier, but she has been playing so snug. I think she's just trying to make a move here, and it's going to get through. Very, very ballsy move there by Ms. Law, but it worked, and she takes it down. Now we've got some Go Monties in the chat. I'm not going to lie, I don't know anybody by the name of Monty. The only thing that comes to mind is the full Monty, obviously.
I've got a snake named Monty. It's
Snake?
a ball python.
You actually have a pet snake?
Yeah, it's our boys, but...
No.
Yeah, we got 2 ball pythons.
Listen, I know I live in Texas, but I don't do snakes.
Well...
A snake is not a pet.
We are home of the Rattlesnake Roundup. You obviously know Reese. Reese is a Sweetwater JC. He gets in there and kisses the snakes, and I don't know what all he does with the snakes, but...
That's too much for me.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if he's still on here. Reese, you still on here? What all did you do with the snakes out in Sweetwater?
A lot more than me. I'm grabbing a shovel and praying that I win that battle.
Eddie is going to raise from the button here with 10-9. It has folded around. He's only got 2 random hands behind him.
I would love to see Donna just flat here. Set mine. Your head's up. You could even try to put some pressure knowing that the button is playing wide. She's just going to fold here. Playing really snug knowing that they've only got probably 3 or 4 players until they bag. But I still would have liked to see a move there from Donna. She's got the biggest stack. Put some pressure, put some heat on, make people fear you.
Did she just fold the 5s?
She did. She just open folded the 5s, yes. La the goat from Miss Rebecca. Definitely making some moves, you know? When you play the aggressive stack and you play position well, it definitely benefits you. People say it takes a lot of luck in tournaments. It takes a lot of skill, too.
Yeah, she's making some great plays, but
nobody's really waking up with anything against her.
She's also woken up with some hands. I think it takes a little bit of both of that.
Yes.
And fortunately for her, it's what we've seen so far.
And now we've got Donna here with really the only hand that I can see doing a whole lot. I don't see Vicente really defending, especially if Donna just takes a raise here with the small blind. I think she takes it down. I'd like to see her just make it like 10K right here.
We're at 2, 4, and 4, so the blinds are getting you for 10,000 every time they come around.
And again, everybody folds around to you. Don't just flat there. Take advantage of it. Raise it up to 10K. You've got the biggest stack. Start putting some pressure on people. And now, she let Vicente in for free instead of raising, and then he just takes it.
Okay.
At least she hits no pair, but that's, again, you bet, raise there, pre-flop, she takes it down uncontested.
And Lala almost back to the top of the leaderboard. She is only fading Monty here. Monty's in first place.
I love her VPIP. She's killing the game with the pre-flop action. I would love to see Penny wake up with a hand here. She's been playing so tight and so snug. Really looking for any opportunity to get the chips into double, and she has a hand. She's got ace king, and she's going to rip it. And let's see. I really think the only person who could even think of calling here is going to be Vicente with this ace-8 suited. But even then, from the small blind, I just do not see him calling a third of his stack. I see him just folding here. Penny has played so tight. He has to know she's not getting in here light. And he does get out of the way, and Rosie's not going to call. Nice hand, Miss Penny. Add on 10K. Sorry, nobody had anything to give you more.
Guess what? We are down to 33. I'm sorry, that's in the
We're
future.
down to 33.
No, that's in the future.
So we got one? No?
That's 10 minutes ahead.
Oh. Where are we at currently?
Let me see here. It gets confusing.
Smokey giving spoilers over here.
We are at 33.
We are? Okay.
But that's
still 10 minutes.
10 minutes ahead of what they are watching.
Well, guys, 10 minutes from now, we'll still be at 33.
All right, Eric. Well, I appreciate the
and
advice
Monty
for the
waking
live
up
stream.
with the Rockets. I like this. Under the gun, too. I would love to see just a flat here or just a min raise. Just like a min raise to 8K. Just try to trap. Allow big blind to try to defend with something.
That's going to be 16.
Yeah, that's definitely not a min raise. You might. I don't think you're going to get Donna to defend anything here, not committing. Eddie's definitely going to get out of the way, not being suited. And Rosie, she might shove it here. Who knows? But I doubt with an under the gun action she does.
Oh, you were right the first
She does.
time. Yep.
She doesn't have much. She's basically got just over one big.
Yeah. And
any two suited gap connectors, pair, anything she's got to go with.
unfortunately, it's against aces. She's really hoping it's just ace king, ace queen, something like that there. It'd be 60-40, but oh, look at this flop.
What a flop.
Wow. Look at her. She's disgusted. She almost wants to apologize, but she wants to fade here.
Oh, boy.
Ace, king, or 5.
At least Monty is happy that she was the short stack here, for sure. Oh, and she gets counterfeit. Monty takes it down.
Oh, no.
What a hand.
Little gut punch there. That's the worst, isn't it?
Gotta love that river. Monty's thanking his lucky stars.
I agree, Chris. Chris is still on here watching. He said that's sick. It is.
We've
you
had a
flop
couple
two
of sick
pair
coolers, yeah.
and
Get cooler.
you just get counterfeited.
I think the only one that's actually held was the 10 deuce against the ace 10, flopping the dolly for
Yeah.
Miss Donna.
Obviously, at this point, everybody else is rooting against the short stack.
Right.
They want to make day 2, so they feel bad, but not really. All right, Miss Rosie, maybe you'll jump in the 7 p.m. Maybe we'll see you back on here. Miss Law in
Under
early
the gun.
position.
I like ace deuce, but I don't like it from under the gun. Even suited here, I think you kind of just either min raise or flat. And she's going to min click it. 8.5. I don't see Eddie calling fold. TJ's going to get out of there. Donna, Vicente, all fold. I do see Penny potentially ripping it here. I think she should rip. I do not think she should flat here.
She heard you. She's getting it in the middle.
There you go. You cannot flat sevens here.
It's a good
You
spot.
just got to get it in.
Only one over.
Exactly. And I think Law's going to make the call, even though she doesn't like it. I think she knows Penny's ahead, especially with how tight she's been. But I just think after making the raise there, I don't think she's going to fold. And she does make the call.
All right, Miss Penny right now gonna need to fade an ace on the flop, potentially hearts, wheel, but she's definitely in the lead right here.
I feel like you gave it as a spoiler already because we're still at 33. Let's see.
Well, that was 10 minutes ahead.
Oh, that's true.
One heart.
6-6, and
No
she's
way.
ahead.
She's got 3 outs now.
Yeah, backdoor hearts too. Nope. And she turns a boat, and Law is drawn dead.
That's gonna wrap it up. All right.
Nice hand, Miss Penny. Waited, and the patience is paying off. All the way from 2 bigs up to 13 big blinds with 54K.
Courtney's prayers were answered. She put the little pray hands.
Courtney
and
is
it definitely worked out here.
Ecstatic. And Courtney is here in the building, too.
All right, so it shouldn't take much longer. Only need a few more players to bag. If you bag, you are guaranteed money.
I like Eddie waking up here with pocket nines.
Super quiet as of late.
I'd like to see maybe just 10K here, 10, 11K bet instead of just a flat.
All in.
And he rips. I mean, I don't hate that either. I think it puts a difficult decision to everybody else. You have a 64K stack. Nobody's going to want to risk it here with anything light by any means. And TJ has a mystery hand, not sure, but he folds. And Eddie's going to get this through. Take it down and chip up. Nice hand, Eddie.
10K. Just like that. My buddy TJ is getting frustrated.
TJ is a very patient man.
That is accurate. So you don't win 6 bracelets at the World Series by acting too quick.
Never. Like I said earlier, tournaments are a marathon. They are not a sprint. You better be a patient person.
I haven't played a ton of tournaments, but I do remember a tournament at Choctaw. I sat there and folded about 5 or 6 hours, and I got it into pair, lost with one hand the entire time. And then that's not me. I'm usually super like aggressive.
Oh.
I don't know. Just tried to play super tight. Was getting no cards. Played for like 4 or 5 hours. Got it into pair and lost.
I think I've played so long now. I've kind of had it all. Played to where I've had massive amounts of hands that never hit, and then you get, you know, just frustrated from that.
TJ here.
Yeah.
See, he's coming over. and
He's got
reminding
nines.
TJ He's reminding TJ to keep putting the cards on the Oh, he had 2 9s there.
He had pocket 9s too. The 9s are going around. I'd be curious what people think. Is it more tilting to sit there for hours on end and not play any hands, or to get monster hands and miss everything and just sit there and fold away?
Well, we can ask that question.
I'd be curious.
I know there's nothing worse than sitting around the entire time and bubbling.
Oh, bubble is being the bubble is. I feel like it's a rite of passage, though.
Well, mine TJ Cloutier's favorite hand you guys claim, but
Jack 9 of clubs.
And TJ, we still don't know what his cards are. All right, TJ, got to put them on the reader for us, sir.
Smokey, they say they can barely hear you. I guess maybe you sound like you're in a fishbowl.
I was looking back here. Maybe that'll work. Is that better?
He's getting comfortable. Oh, we've got Miss Sandra coming in. And by the way, I mean, I know this, but it's her birthday today.
I took a picture of her earlier and put her up on the Facebook.
It is her birthday, so she's got a little birthday run good going. She's got a very nice 80K stack. That's good. I like it. Good luck to Miss Sandra.
All right, I'm going to play Miss Donna's hand blind with her here. We have no idea what she has, but she is up against 5, 6, and 2, 9. Donna was the aggressor pre-flop.
Ooh, I like La La with the 6-5. Very nice here. Flopping a pair and a gutter. She's gonna take a stab at it. Yep.
Okay, we'll see what happens. We don't know what Donna has, but Donna did raise from early position, so she definitely showed strength before the flop. Obviously, Eddie gets out of the way. Let's see what Donna does. We do not know what she has. But by the way she's looking, I'm assuming it was like an ace-king or ace-queen, maybe something like that, and she's getting out of the way.
Whiffs it. Well, and she and Miss Law have some history with multiple hands now.
Right.
I don't think she knows she's not gonna get her off of big hands, so.
Lala's about right middle of the table as far as chips go here. TJ was second in chips, and Miss Donna is our chip leader now. Doesn't take long for fortunes to change at this level. All right, do I sound better? I'm saying he sounds terrible now. Thanks a lot. But is that any better?
Should we turn him down?
Yeah, just mute me. All right, they are taking a small pause here. I'm assuming we're hand for hand. We are waiting for the other tables to complete their hand, and we will all start another hand. All right, they're saying
They sound.
they can't hear me at all.
They say you sound terrible. How about me? Are you unhooked? Maybe.
Oh.
There, yeah. Were you
All right,
muted?
my on-air button was not on, so they were picking me up through your mic. This should sound better here. All right. How's that?
It's back now. He sounded like you're picking up background noise, audio background. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have my microphone on, so you were hearing me across the room through Miss Ashley's mic.
Appreciate you guys letting us know that. Thank you very much. There you go. Okay, cool. We're good now. All right, back to the action here. See Monty trying to do something here in Law. I have a feeling, we've seen her be incredibly active from the button. I definitely think with an ace-8 suited here, she's probably going to try to make some kind of move, and Eddie's just going to...
Monty put in a big raise from the hijack, 16K, so 4X.
I honestly, with Eddie's stack here, pending what Law does, I think if Law flats here, I would really like to see just a shove from Eddie. But she's going to get out of there. I still would like to see a shove from Eddie here. Being out of position, I think just make the decision easy on you and put pressure on your opponent.
Yeah, he's got 60K. I don't know. I think we're 1 or 2 away from the money at this point, so that could have played into his decision, but
he folds.
They still got him.
No.
Still got him.
I was like, tell me you don't fold.
He jumped the gun on this. You can't flat. You're out of position. You either got to fold or get it in.
He's folding. He's playing very, very tight.
TJ said, give me that ace-queen.
Yeah.
Give me that ace-queen,
TJ's ripping without even thinking it.
Yeah, he probably sees one card, the ace or the queen. No, in all fairness, they are very close to the bubble. Monty able to use his big stack here to bully another player that maybe is just looking to bag. Eddie only has 15 big blinds, and they are clapping here, so we may have just bagged. Yeah, they're fist bumping, we just bagged. So who knows? It could have been a great decision. It may have put him in day 2. Otherwise, he could have been bubble. So
Miss Penny brought it back to bag. Very nice. Penny did. And then, of course, you've got Sandra with the birthday run good. TJ Cloutier here, our legendary Poker Hall of Famer, bagging up heaps.
Congratulations to everybody that bagged in our noon flight. We are probably going to take a short break here, probably about an hour break on our stream. And then we'll be picking up our late night flight here probably in an hour or so. Ashley, you hanging out or are you going home?
I think I'm going to go home.
All right. So it'll be myself, possibly Craig. I know I have, can't remember, there was somebody else in here that was wanted to talk a little bit on the stream, but we'll be back at you here in about an hour. Congratulations to everybody that bagged at noon. We are coming back tomorrow to play day 2. We're going to try to finish the tournament tomorrow.
I got to get some sleep for day 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got to come back.
I can't be here till wee hours of the morning.
What did you bag?
I bagged 105.5K.
Okay. All right. So you got some chips.
Out of our 10 people that bagged our flight, I think I bagged 3rd or 4th in chips. So not too shabby. It's a good average stack.
Oh, wow. So Courtney Freeman just let us know that Penny did the true free roll. She only started with a 5K stack.
Way to go, Penny.
Yeah, let's go. That's awesome.
Bravo.
I would love to hear a feel-good story that somebody maybe wins a tournament that did that. That would be super, super awesome. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you do get a free 5K starting stack for being a member here. There are add-ons along the way. So it sounds like Miss Penny did not add on. So she did not put a penny into this tournament. She was an active member here at Poker House Dallas. She took a 5K free starting stack, and she turned it into a big bag, over 100K.
It is definitely possible. I tell everybody it's a free roll for a reason. You can rebuy an add-on, but you can take that 5K and try to run it if you want.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining the stream. We'll be back.